Hello! Ang lapit naman. Oh my God. Malapit na mukha ko.
Ay, ano parang, boom.
Oh,
ano
ayan,
ba
wait.
yun?
Alright.
Oh my God, kumusta?
Pixelized na naman si
Oo, Gcash, ba't pixelated ka na naman?
Ay, hindi ko alam. O sige, mag-ano ako ulit.
May nakakabit sa wifi mo.
Oo, may nakakabit sa wifi mo. Ba't ganun?
Hindi ako nga lang to.
Anyways, bago po, nako, habang inaayos ni Jcas.
O sige, magsalita ka muna dyan.
Oo, I think Jcas has to, no?
Yeah,
Okay, while Jcas is fixing ang kanyang, wifi, so magkukwento muna ako sa inyong lahat. Kumusta po sa inyong lahat? My God, it's 9:30 p.m. in the US. So, good evening po, our dearest USA. So, sa Cali naman, it's 6:30 p.m. And, of course, sa Pilipinas naman, it's 9:28 a.m. So, good morning po sa inyong lahat in the Philippines. Naku naman, ang dami-dami ng nanonood. O, di ba ako talaga ang sa akin talaga naka-focus. So anyways, kumusta po kayong lahat? Excited na ba kayo sa ating special guest for tonight? My God, Diyos ko. Alam mo, sa totoo lang kinakabahan ako. Ayan na si Jcas.
Kasi
Okay,
hindi tayo nakapag-test ng camera ko kanina kasi sobrang tayo excited. Ano ba yan?
Na-excite kami. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, Jcas, sa lahat ng mga na-interview nating girl, kinabahan ako dito kasi girl crush ko talaga to. My God, ang ganda. And I watch, alam mo ba, kamukha niya kasi si Audrey Hepburn eh. And Audrey Hepburn has been my idol since I was younger, since grade school pa ako. Tapos, since lately, nakita ko din yung book ko and some of my videos about ni Audrey Hepburn. So, kanina I watched, during my break, I was busy with my work. So, during my break, pinapanood ko yung lahat ng Audrey Hepburn movies. Talagang kahit paunti-unti.
Natapos mo ba kasi when I left your house the other day,
last night?
you guys were watching it, right?
No? I know, kanina nanood ulit ako ng isa. Pero talagang, oh my God, ang ganda talaga niya. Grabe. So anyways, good morning at good night na ako. Ay, good evening na ako. So ikaw naman, Jcas, go.
Ako naman pala. Good morning po sa lahat ng mga Filipinos and non-Filipinos who are living in different time zones, different dimensions, different Milky Ways, and different galaxies and universes.
Verse.
Yeah, thank you po sa lahat.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon. So anyways, bago natin nasan daw yung bangs ko, inalis ko na, nahiya ako eh. Sabi ko, parang hindi ako sanay. So anyway, next time na yon. So ito na muna, kukumustahin muna natin ang ating mga viewers ngayon. So before ko introduce ang ating special guest, I'm sure lahat sila excited na. So hi to Steve Pollard. Hi Chef, hope you're well back there in the US. Stay safe. Ate Pilar Mateo, hi Ate Pilar.
Hi Ate Pilar.
My God, Christian J. and Tad. AC Dumantay, nako, pareho tayo. Crush ko din si Donita Rose, my God. Hi mga love, Ate Jessie Dig and Jcas and Direk, yes. Andi dito naman, my sister, is here. My sister Novi is here. Tita Maha is here. Oh my God. Tita Maha and V is here. And JP Pilares, yes. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Jabi Vargas. Connie Alejandro. Connie, kumusta? Christian J. Intad and Ritz Manalo. Oh my God, ang dami nang nanonood. So anyways, ito na po, abangan nyo na ang ating special guest for tonight. Kinakabahan ako. Anyways, intro ko na po. Our special guest for tonight is a Filipina actress, host, and brand ambassador. She's also known as the Audrey Hepburn lookalike of the Philippines. She began her career as one of the featured artists on the popular teen variety show That's Entertainment. She went to do a 5-year stint on GMA 7 long-running television comedy series Over the Backward, where she played the role as Barbie doll. Kamukha naman kasi talagang Barbie doll eh. She starred in over 30 movies before she won an international VJ search. She then relocated to Singapore and was dubbed MTV Asia's Most Wanted VJ for 5 consecutive years. She has done exclusive interviews with Hollywood stars such as Tom Cruise, Bon Jovi, Kylie Minogue, Richard Branson, and Zhang Ziyi. She was on the cover of Time magazine in July 1999 special issue on Singapore. Hosting is really in her blood as she is also part of ABS-CBN's Umagang Kay Ganda in 2014 and another morning show called Basta Everyday Happy on GMA 7. Reinventing herself, years later, she finished a culinary school course and became an accomplished chef and now hosts her own cooking show on YouTube called Dash of Donita, where she not only serves delicious meals but offer invaluable food for the thoughts as well. Guys, my God, let's find out what's the latest chika about our special guest. Guys, please welcome one of the most beautiful faces in Pinoy showbiz industry. Ang napakagandang Miss Donita Rose! Woohoo!
Ayun o.
Ay, talaga naman. Breakfast at Tiffany's ba to? Ay! My God!
Hi everybody! Nako, kamusta sa lahat ng mga kababayan natin sa buong mundo?
Oo.
And of course, to you, Jessie and Jake House, you guys have such great energy. I never actually get nervous, but when you were introducing me, sabi ko parang kinakabahan ako bigla. Parang ang taas, the introduction is such a tall order for me, so
Actually,
kailangan kong uminom.
Uminom. I'll be honest with you, kulang pa nga yun sa dami mo.
Ang daming mga accomplishments, no?
Grabe, thank you so much.
You're
Thank you
most
so much.
welcome.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Genesis, of course, Miss Angeline,
Yeah.
Wena, Miss Irene. Oh my God, for introducing Donita Rose to us. Teka, bago ang lahat bago tayo magkwentuhan, I'm sure ang dami-daming nag-aabang, grabe. Ayan si Wena, si Wena, Smurfy.
Si Weng Weng. Hi, Weng Weng.
Oh my God, ay timeless beauty talaga. Oo naman, timeless
Oh,
talaga.
thank you so much.
Grabe. Oo, sige, bago tayo magkwentuhan, meron kami laging protocol dito. Ayan na.
Ah.
Ito, ayan na. O sige na, mag-toast tayong lahat. Anong iniinom mo?
Ito seltzer. It's may alcohol to.
Oh, ba? Talaga naman. O sige.
Ano yung
O,
naka-display sa taas?
Ito ay strawberry at saka lime. Kasi
Aba?
strawberry lime.
Talaga.
Ang ganda.
Chef na chef, no?
Oo
Oo, ang galing. Astig. So anyways, ito na. Magto-toast na tayo. Okay.
Anong
So,
ito-toast natin?
Ayan, syempre ito.
Ikaw.
Ikaw, syempre, celebrate ka namin. Meron kaming protocol dito. Ginagawa namin to every time na mag-introduce kami ng aming special guest. Okay? So, sa sambayan ng Pilipinas po at sa aming dearest USA, let's all welcome ang timeless beauty at ang Audrey Hepburn ng Pilipinas. Yes!
Yeah.
Miss Donita Rose!
Yes!
Welcome to
Over a Glass or Two!
Cheers!
Cheers, guys!
My
Cheers!
God! Ang ganda. Oo, Miss D.
I would
ano
like to
naman?
also
Yes.
make a toast to new friendships. Kasi I really feel like kung pupuntahan ko kayo sa New York,
Yes.
we will get into a lot of trouble together.
I know!
Yes.
Gusto
Tama.
ko yan.
Oo.
I know. Alam mo, please ha. Talaga.
I
Kanina
promise.
before nag-intro, as in sabi ko, oh my God, pag pumunta ka dito, don't stay anywhere. We'll stay at our house and then, sorry po, sa amin muna si Donita. 1 week, 2 weeks sa amin muna at gigimik muna
Sige,
kami. Okay?
sige.
Yes, okay. Oy, teka, Miss D, ano muna tayo, D? Picture muna tayo. Ayan.
Okay,
meron
sige.
kami. Ayan.
Ang dami
Sige,
namin
ano mo
art
siya.
dito
Itaas mo ang iyong,
sige.
ang iyong
Oh,
magandang
Okay bang aking ilaw?
Yes, ang ganda. Alam mo,
Di ba multo?
may ilaw o wala, maganda ka. Ewan ko ba?
Okay.
Diyos ko, ang ganda kayo. 1, 2, 3. Ayan!
Yan.
Ayan, umpisa na tayo ng kwentuhan. O game. Oh my God, ang dami nagpapa-shoutout. Si David Ricardo Valencia Ferrero. Uy, si Ramir. Sabi ni Ramir, my God, shit still looks the same. Wow. Sabi ni Coach Red, oo, ang ganda. Oh my God, grabe.
Tita Pilar.
Tita Pilar is here. Okay,
I love Tita Pilar.
Oh my
She's
God.
sa lahat ng press, siya yung talagang pinaka-paborito ko. Ever since nung
Ang bait,
30 years
no?
na. Yeah,
Ang
sobra.
bait, no?
Talaga, ang bait nga niya sa amin, talagang we love her. Kahit bago
We
pa namin
love
siya
her.
kilala lang, we feel like, it's really
Mararamdaman
true.
mo, no, kung sino yung
Oo,
mga totoo,
genuine,
no?
yeah.
Loyal yan, loyal.
Talaga, parang ikaw. Hindi ka, alam mo, hindi ka nagbago. Ano mo? Kwento mo nga muna. Anong ginagawa mo? Anong secret mo? Until now, you're still, my God, the beautiful Donita Rose. Ano pa? Anong sikreto?
Wala I was born this way
Ay,
Ay, gusto ko yan!
wala na tayong pag-asa. No more na.
Grabe. No, seriously, what's your daily regimen? Anong nilalagay mo sa face mo?
nobody believes me when I say this, but I don't have a daily regimen. Like, as a matter of fact, because I've only been in the US for about almost 6 weeks now. I don't really like take care of my face. Like, but we went to Costco and then I bought some face thing. I don't know if it's like a moisturizer. So I try to put it on every night. That's it. And then if I have makeup, syempre yung makeup remover na nagtatanggal ng lahat. Pero pag nag-makeup remover ako, gaganon-ganon lang ako tapos shower na. Hindi siya yung parang delicate sa skin, which I should be, 'di ba? Kasi it causes wrinkles and all
Yes,
that.
yes.
Pero talagang ang ano ko is medyo boyish ako. Like, I really don't care about grooming,
Really?
except for my nails. I'm super particular about doing my nails every single week. And they're short
Oh,
nails.
why?
Kasi chef eh.
Oo nga
So,
pala, no?
Yeah. But of course, pagdating sa, syempre, mga guestings or podcast ng katulad nito, syempre, kailangan mag-makeup ng konti. So, I don't really have a skincare regimen. I drink a lot of water now, which has helped my skin a lot, and that's it.
Grabe. Ano na, natural beauty ka
Oh, nakakainis.
Wait, do you get that a lot? Na simula bata ka until now na, oh my God, you look like Audrey Hepburn. Do you get that a lot? Since
I
you
didn't
were-
even, when I entered the business, siguro mga after a year or two, narinig ko na yung Audrey Hepburn. Sabi ko, sino yun? Eh, kasi syempre, she was very popular before
Yes, yes,
before
yes.
I came
oo.
into the picture. But then I heard about Breakfast at Tiffany's, and then what's the one about her in Rome? Or
Wait,
iba
pinanood ko lang
eh.
yun Oo, pinanood ko lang siya
It's
kanina.
something an affair in Rome. Something
Ay,
like
no,
that. Oh my God.
no. Ayan, may mental block ako. So anyways, basta funny faces, ang dami niyang mga movies na
I think I've seen Funny Face.
funny face
Funny
and
Faces.
nanalo siya actually ng ng maraming Oscars and everything doon sa Roman Holidays.
Ayun.
Ayun, Roman, yeah,
There you
congratulations.
go. Panalo ka,
But-
Jessie.
But the thing is, they say that Audrey Hepburn had a waistline of 22. So sabi ko, I will never match up to that. Medyo doble yung waistline ko sa
Pero
kanya.
grabe no, ang liit. Pero ano mo
Sobra.
siya ang laki ng resemblance nyo. You resemble her
thank
face.
you.
Talagang
Yeah.
sobra, no?
Well, I don't look like her. She looks like me.
Yes! Yan ang gusto
No,
ko.
just-
Yan ang gusto
I
ko
love
sa'yo.
it. Yes.
Oh, di ba?
You're the only one who can get away with that statement anyway. Too.
Oh, exactly.
Joke lang naman, joke
My
lang.
God. So wait, how's your quarantine life? I mean, where are you right now?
Right now, I'm staying in San Mateo, California, and I'm living with
Ooh.
my brother and
Okay.
my sister-in-law and their nephew Liam, which you guys met
I
earlier.
know, ang cute.
Yeah,
Kaya-
he's super cute. And of
I-
course, my son is with me. He's in the other room right now.
I know. Wait, your son is 16 years old na, no?
He's now 16, yeah.
Can you
Binata
believe-
na.
Oh my God, you have a
Binata, may
teenager.
binata ka ng
Oh, wait,
anak.
and you said earlier that you're 6 weeks in already in California, right?
Almost 6 weeks, yeah.
So-
September 9 ako dumating.
So for the longest time, you've been in the Philippines, right?
Yes, for 5.5 years. Before that, I was in Vegas for 3 years. Yun yung nag-culinary ako, tapos I was trying to find my way around the culinary world. And then I was working for about almost a year.
Okay.
And then I ended up doing a morning show, so they called me back to the Philippines. So then I stayed there for 5.5. And because of COVID, because of all the, ang daming pangyayari. So
Yes.
I thought it was time to come back na. Ayun, I'm back. I mean, it's bittersweet for me. I've had a very good life in the Philippines. Philippines.
Yeah, in the Philippines, yes.
But it's very difficult then, because if you're going through COVID, I don't have family there. All of my entire family lives here in the US. As a matter of fact, most of them are in California. I have a sister in Oklahoma, and then the rest of my family is here. And then I have my mom and my youngest brother in Vegas. So medyo, nakakalungkot na wala sila sa Pilipinas, and it's just me and my son. And when you're nakakulong sa bahay, parang, and then times are a little bit tough, because
Yeah.
there's not a lot of work. So I said, I think it's time to come back. So there, I'm back now. I'm happy because I'm with family, but I'm sad because I miss everybody back home. Before na umuwi ako dito, nagkaroon ng maraming despedida. Si Alice Dixon, dinala ako sa Balisin. Sina Rufa, si Carla Estrada, Jackie Forster, Vina Morales, Sunshine Cruz. Yan yung mga best friends ko there. We had this big party in Vina's house. Tapos nung umalis na ako, dun na parang natamaan ako na, oh my gosh, this is really it. I'm really moving back back to the States and I made hagulgol. So, yun.
Oh. Do you have plans of staying here for good, or you
Well,
don't know yet?
we don't know. I think this is my third time to stay here for good. So hindi na, 'di ba? Parang it's pabalik-balik. I mean, syempre ang showbiz is something nakasanayan ko 'yan for 30 years na eh. Oh, sinabi ko na yung ilang
Oo.
years na. So
Okay.
and whenever I get an offer back home in the Philippines, parang syempre parang you just want to drop everything because that's your dream, that's your life. But right now, I just find it more and more difficult for me. I'm 45 now, so I'm a lot older, and I need a more, yeah,
Oh my
you know.
God.
Oh, stop hitting us.
Yeah,
I
Come
know.
on.
Okay,
But
go.
I need a more stable income, and I mean, if I had a choice, I would be in the Philippines, siguro. But you never know. Recently, I've been realizing that I just need to go with the flow and trust God in every season and say, okay, God, even if I'm not in the Philippines, I trust that you will provide for me wherever I am. And so I'm just taking it easy. I'm looking at all my options right now and I'm saying, okay, God, you have to show me the way kasi I could easily just pick anything, 'di ba, and run with it. But
Yeah.
which one is really for me talaga? I'm not sure.
My God. Alam mo, ito ha, bakit kasi si Princess Punsalan, we had an interview with her, and then we became, like,
Good friend ko
nag-message
yan.
kami. Yes, a good friend. Ang bait.
Parang kapatid ko yan.
She started, like doing, what's that, roles, nagtatry siya sa Hollywood, right? She's trying.
Acting classes siya dito.
Acting
Oo.
classes, why can you do it? Kasi pwede ka talaga eh. Do you have plans?
Eh, kaso yung waistline ko, hindi 22 eh.
Ay, ano ba
Ay,
yan?
naku, hindi realistic yung 22. Hindi kumakain siguro si Ate Aubrey.
No, she has really eating disorder. Pero wait, do you have plans? Kasi I feel like you can make it.
Honestly, like, kasi I was brokenhearted before, and I went through a period of depression for a while. Like, as in, umiiyak ako halos araw-araw. Pero dahil dyan, syempre naka-move on na rin ako. Healed,
Yes.
fresh ulit. But now I always joke and I say, dahil sa pinagdaanan ko, ngayon, I'm like super best actress. Kaya kong umiyak ng buong araw dahil sa pinagdaanan ko. So I feel like if I come here to the States and if I were to do auditions, I've done auditions in the States before when I was really young. I kind of felt like I was forced into it because my mom wanted me to, she's always loved Audrey Hepburn, so I've heard that from my mom a lot, and she was always saying, na anak, mag-Hollywood ka na, and I would always reject it because parang when I entered show business, it wasn't something that I had dreamt of from the very beginning. It was something that just kind of fell in my lap. And the US is like parang medyo intimidated ako. Although I mean I speak English fluently, but
Yes.
I felt the acting hadn't really evolved until recently. So feeling ko kahit anong klaseng role ang ibigay sa akin, parang kayang-kaya ko na. So we'll see.
Wait,
We'll see.
you've done so many movies, 30 something or more, di ba? And
37,
count.
yeah.
37. Ba? Bilang na bilang. Okay.
Ay, kasi may
37 I know.
filmography eh.
Pero imagine mo, 37 movies. So you feel and after 37 movies, you still think like you're not that good? You're not a good actress yet? I mean, girl, you are.
Well,
a
I'm
good
a good actress now.
Now better. So
Now.
much better because of the.
Kasi may hugot na siya.
May hugot na. Yung malalim na
Malalim na
hugot.
hugot. Ay, naku, napainom. Teka lang, dagdagan ko rin sa akin. Ha, wait lang.
Oh, tingi pa, tingi.
Oo,
Sige.
yan na.
Ayan.
Okay.
Ay,
Oh my God.
Thank you,
Oh,
thank
ayan,
you.
oh, yan.
Ayan, okay.
Oh my God. Okay, now, cheers, 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 my God. Pero
Cheers.
ito. Wait. Oh, speaking of that, sige, ano tayo? Magsiskip muna ako. Mamaya na dapat itatanong. Sige nga, speaking of like, of course, we all know about what happened and all. So, how's your love life right now?
My love life?
Yes.
When I was in the Philippines, I ended up dating somebody for a short while. That was the first after na naghiwalay ako, divorce and everything. And then I realized that person wasn't parang hindi siya mabuti para sa akin. So I ended that. It was like a very short-lived dating period. And then I ended up meeting somebody else, and it wasn't like there was an intention to date or anything. Parang barkada, grupo-grupo kami ng mga barkada. And parang the friendship developed into something that parang both of us started liking each other. Ang problem, may isang problem lang talaga, and I don't know, he's probably gonna kill me for sharing. Um, he's atheist. So and my
Ah,
problem, yeah, I mean
Wow.
I'm a Christian, and it's like the number one thing in my life. It's like at first when you first meet someone, you don't ask them the hard hitting questions like, are you Christian? Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Ay,
ay,
hindi naman pwedeng
No.
ganyan, 'di ba?
oo,
Parang
oo.
you're friends, and it's not like we were both looking, right? We were just friends, and then nagka-developan na, and then eventually, like as time went by, parang napansin ko na he did mention that he used to be a Christian, but for some reason he kind of feels like hindi in atheist na siya. And part of me was thinking, totoo ba yan or baka confused lang? And then when it eventually got to the point where na-realize ko na he's decided na he's atheist, sabi ko, medyo I don't think this will go forward. Hindi
Yeah.
siya pwedeng mag-go ng forward. So we had to just stick
Part
to
ways.
yeah, we're friends. So we communicate, we just say our highs and hellos. But I mean, I'm also here in the States, and I'm also praying and dreaming that someday I'll meet somebody that will share the same faith as I do. So it's hard, it's really hard. I mean, everything else, I realized that through that second person that I dated, I realized kung ano talaga ang gusto ko sa isang lalaki. Kasi before that, napansin ko ang isang, how would you say it, yung not deciding factor, but the common denominator. There you go. The common
Yes.
denominator between all the guys that I dated in the past or boyfriends was nakakatawa sila. I always have to, parang I'm not so attracted. Not to say that they're not good looking, but what attracts me most is a person's personality, that they must be smart, and like, they should be able to make life fun, because life is so full of so many problems and drama,
Yes,
and
yes.
highs and lows. I just want to laugh through my problems. I want to be able to look at things as a kind of like glass half full thing.
Ah,
Cheers.
Galing, galing.
I see
Okay,
you.
I
Yeah.
see you.
So
Galing. Oh.
that's how I like to see life. I've always been considered myself a very positive person. But even then, I've mentioned this before in some interviews, that when I went through depression, I couldn't understand like why I was going through depression, kasi positivity talaga yung gifting ko. It's one of my strengths. So parang positivity yung number one strength ko, pero I'm going through depression. So I had a difficult time trying to figure that all out, that even the most positive of people can go through depression. So my outlet has been, laughter. And I come from a family of people na sobrang nakakatawa. Like, kanina, even just before coming on here,
Yeah.
as in, pinawisan yung kilikili ko ng husto dahil I was rolling on the floor laughing. As in, like, rolling on the floor.
Oh.
And I couldn't, my stomach was hurting, and we were just laughing so much. Kasi, ikwento ko na,
Sige, go.
yung refrigerator may, parang may television. So it's a Samsung, sorry, television. And then, kahapon nag-video ako ng nagbo-blow sila ng bubbles ng sister-in-law ko and yung nephew ko. So I was thinking, isa-surprise ko sila na slow-mo, tapos ilalagay ko sa ref para pagkabugas ng ref, makita nila yung sarili nila. Kasi right now, it's only template videos and
Yeah.
photos. Tapos when I surprised her, hindi ko namalayan na kasama yung sound. So para siyang monster na when she was running in slow-mo. Tapos yung apak talagang dish, dish. Buntis pa naman siya.
Oh
Sabi
my
niya,
God!
Di, ano to? Insulto ba to? Sabi ko, hindi. Tapos tawa kami ng tawa. So, ayun, I just love to laugh. And, my brother, kasi right now everyone is in quarantine, right? So everybody's
Yes.
working from home. Nakalock ang mga pintuan nila during the day, and they're on their headsets, they're on the phone. But once my brother gets a break, 10-minute break, he comes out, he starts looking for me. Tapos makikipagkwentuhan lang sa akin. Gusto lang niyang tumawa. So, that's the kind of person that I am. I mean, despite all the, trials of life, I like to laugh through my problems a lot. So,
Ano ka talaga, no? I mean, would ever thought na talagang comedian ka rin pala, no?
I'm a frustrated comedian. I am a frustrated comedian. Hindi kasi ako magaling maggumawa ng mga impressions or what, pero
Yeah.
kung kaya kong gagawin ko 'yon.
Ang galing. So, dapat pala talaga yung guy has to have the best sense of humor.
Oo,
Para
tsaka pag may effort yung lalaki, para din akong baliw eh. Parang pag malakas talaga akong tumawa na parang nakakahiya ako. Nakakahiya ako.
Can you believe? Alam mo, sobra siguro ang dami-daming nag-iintay. Diba?
Wala. Hinihintay ko. Asan sila?
Trust me, ang dami.
Parating na. Teka lang,
Jcas?
Oh my God, guys.
Since nagkakwento ka rin naman na, tas tayong tatlo lang naman nandito, wala naman iba. Kaya mo sila. Yung bang yung naiwan na yan, taga-showbiz ba yan?
Ay, hindi. Actually, the only one I ever dated in showbiz was Gary Estrada.
Oo nga pala, no? Ang gwapo nun. Lord, ang gwapo nun. Di ba yung
Parang kayong oh my God, Adonis at Venus. Ang pinakagwapo, ang pinakahak, ang pinakamaganda.
You left, before you decided to move to Singapore, you were still dating, di ba? Gary Estrada?
Well, there was another guy after.
Ayan na, lumalabas na.
Uy, andito si
Hindi,
Paco.
kasi...
Paco! Uy, Papa Pax!
Hi.
Paco, alis Paco siya.
Hi, Paco.
Hi, Paco!
Diyos ko, Lord. O, crush mo. Ayan na. Sabi, hi, Jcas.
Jcas
Papa
na
Pax.
crush
O,
niya.
Sorry, ako
Jcas
sisigaw
pala
ni
yung
Paco,
crush
hindi
niya.
ikaw. Oo.
Sorry. Oo nga, my God. Pero wait, nagkakagulat, no? Kasi parang, Donita Rose, parang, my God, parang imposible. Ang ganda-ganda nito. Tapos, I'm sure lahat ng mga, I thought before, like, ang dami mong naging boyfriends na, sa showbiz industry. And then you would, isa lang pala?
Yes.
Do you, preference mo to date like non-showbiz?
I don't know why, pero hindi talaga tumatalab sa akin ng gwapo. Parang kung gwapo lang, parang...
Oh my God, really? Which is
Basta akin komedyante, kahit yung mga tipong Andrew, ay, sorry, hindi ko naman sinasabing pangit, pero hindi ko sinasabing pangit siya.
Yeah, because of the come on, yung niya,
Oo,
di
yung
ba?
movie
Yung
at saka
humanap
yung
ka ng
series
pangit.
niyo, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah,
So yun na.
I love a guy with character. Yung
Oh.
gusto kong tumawa, I wanna have a happy life. I'm looking more for the personality, somebody who, I can just enjoy life with. Yung kung papogi ka, turn off ako sa ganun eh. Yung masyado kang papogi, hindi ko gusto.
But truthfully, marami rin talagang mga gwapong artista ang nanligaw. Nag-try.
I'm sure.
Eh,
Wala.
Talaga, na-intimidate sa'yo.
nanligaw na artista, wala eh.
Hindi na nagbalak.
Nakaka-intimidate naman kasi. Grabe. I mean, look at you. Napakaganda. Yeah, alam mo, I'll give you one.
Alam mo,
Sobra.
konti lang talaga yung agwat natin. Mga 10 paligo.
Yeah, mga ganon. Oo,
Cheers.
Jcas and you. Look at
Cheers
that.
tayo
Look at
dyan.
Diyos ko, di ba Jcas at saka...
Oo.
Ay, alam mo, meron ako isang magandang... Of course, hindi ko maaalala. Bata pa ako. I mean, hindi. Girl, as in 1 to 2 years ang atay, agwat natin. Pero ito, alam mo, I remember alam ko kung napaka-kind mo talaga. Kasi, kasi communication arts, I took up communication arts. Tapos, I took, anong tawag doon, yung nag-intern ako sa GMA 7. Pero, sandali lang, I mean, it was just like for that, hiniram lang ata ako for 1 day or something. So, I was writing the idiot border. Tapos, andun ka, you were there, like, you were one of the hosts. I forgot the name of the show. Tapos, ikaw talaga yung sobrang bait. I was writing, tapos lumapit ka talaga, I'm sure you don't remember, but I remember you. Kaya sobra kitang, sabi ko, idol ko to. Kasi, as in, you came to me and then you were just like, oh, I love your handwriting. Kasi yung handwriting ko nun, I was trying to make a lettering, like, so you can read it. Sabi niya, oh, it's for Donita. So, okay, so I was writing it. And then you started talking and laughing, and then the rest was just like, nagmamaganda, except you. And since then, I was like, ay, grabe. Sabi ko, you're not just
I love that.
beauty and brains. Ano ka pa? You have a kind heart. And a lot of people can testify. Ang dami nagsasabi na you are really, really, really talagang kind. Oo, sabi, Jackie, nako naman, Jessie plus Jcas plus Donita equals puyat. Ay, oo.
Oo, tama.
Mukhang mapupuyat tayo, girl.
Wait, I have to say though, but really, I don't want to take the credit for that. It for me, and I hate to sound religious or what, but it's really by the grace of God. Kasi lahat naman tayo, I mean, in my belief, lahat naman tayo fallen, lahat naman tayo may mga blind sides and shortcomings. But for me, the desire to be good stems from the fact that God has done such the most amazing thing for me, right? He's forgiven me of all my past. I've done a lot of crazy things in the past, okay? And dati nagmumura ako, or I've tried smoking, I've tried doing whatever. But at the end of the day, God gave me, well, it says, your heart of stone will become a heart of flesh. And so my heart is always for wanting to do good now, just because God has already done good for me. And that's where I come from. And so like in everything that I do, let's say I'm out in public and I'm always joking with whoever I come across. Like let's say pag may nakatingin sa akin na ganyan, tapos syempre awkward, 'di ba? Parang nakatingin lang sa'yo. Tapos I'll say something funny like, "Grabe no, ang ganda ko na." And then the person will start laughing.
Yeah.
Or like if I'm in a restaurant and then I walk by and then the whole group looks at me like that. Tapos I'll say something like, "Oh, sexy ako sa personal na." Ganyan. And then they'll all start laughing. Or then I'll say, or like pagka alis ko, sabihin ko, "Oh, hey guys, it was so nice to meet you. Yung bill pinadala ko sa inyo, ha?" Tapos they'll all start laughing. I've done a couple of pranks before where the people really thought I left the bill with them, and they're all looking at each other, and then I come back and then I start teasing them like, "No, I paid the bill na."
Oh.
But I'm sure they're willing to pay the bill.
Oh my God, I'm
I
sure.
wouldn't-
They'll be
I
like,
wouldn't
okay, sure, why not?
But I just, it's those little nuggets, right? Like how would I have ever known that I would have impacted your life that way? Sometimes I don't understand why some celebrities, because syempre I've interviewed many of the top Hollywood celebrities in the past, diba?
Yes.
Yeah.
Meron din akong mga side story na mga yan. But I wonder, like, why can't you just be kind to people? Because
True.
it will benefit you naman in the end. I'm not putting on a show. Actually, as a matter of fact, my son has said to me before, "Mom, why are you so fake?" Sabi niya, parang nire-resent niya yung, parang plastic daw akong tignan. And I said, "Sorry, what do you mean? What are you referring to?" And he's like, "'Cause sometimes like you're really upset about something. Sometimes you're even crying, and then some fan will come up to you, and then all of a sudden you're like, 'Hi, it's so nice to meet you,' and then it's like you act like nothing happened." And I'm like, "JP, do you know the kind of responsibility that an artist has? These people, for them to smile at you, for them to even like you, is a privilege. You have been like," and I told him na, "Wag kang sumimangot sa harapan ng mga fans. Like, kunyari kung magpapapicture sa akin, tapos sisimangot siya, sabihin ko sa kanya, hoy, yung Xbox mo, yung PlayStation mo, sila ang nagbabayad ng PlayStation mo. Magpasalamat ka sa kanila." So it gives him a different perspective. And then I told him, "JP, I am never plastic. That's never the word to use. What it is I set my problems aside and I give that person the value that they deserve." So yun yung pinagkaiba, di ba? Two different perspectives.
Yes.
So that's why I'm kind. That's why I'm nice. It's because of what God has done in my life, and I just feel like, why shouldn't we be kind to everybody? I mean, we should be grateful if somebody likes us, if somebody says, we're pretty or nice, or I like you, you're my idol. I mean, like, wow. I that never gets old for me. I mean, you, Jessie, like telling me girl crush, I'm like, I still can't believe it.
Oh my, yeah. Alam mo, lalo kita naging girl crush nga. I'll be honest with you. I was telling actually JV and Jcas, si Direk and si Jcas ko, alam mo, if I were a boy or on my next life, I swear, girl,
You're gonna
trust
stalk
me.
her?
Hindi. Asawa na kita.
Oh my God! Ay, yun ang confidence.
Ay, asawa na kita.
Oh, congratulations. sa confidence
Yes,
mo.
sobra. Wala na. As in, wala yung mga lalaking yan. Sa akin yan.
Ang galing pero parang ang hirap nun, Dino, kasi alam ko yun na yung gagawin mo, di ba, pag may yung perspective mo pag may fans na ganun. So kahit na pagod ka na, Diba?
You know what? These people give me energy because I think to myself, there are so many celebrities in the world. I mean, everyone can be a celebrity in their own right nowadays. YouTube,
Exactly. Yes.
radio, whatever. I mean, why should they like me? So for me, and to anyone who ever says that they like me, I'm like, wow. It never gets, like I said, it never gets old for me. I'm always super grateful. I think it
God.
also has, I have this theory that para sa mga baguhan na sumisikat ng mabilis, yung hindi nila naranasan yung hirap, yung pagod,
Yes.
yung hirap, kung paano, what do you call it, to make it in the business.
Yes.
They won't be as appreciative of the fans. But for someone like me who started from That's Entertainment and I had to like go to sa lahat ng sulok ng mga baryo sa buong Pilipinas na napagdaanan ko na. And hindi naman ako singer, pero kakanta ako ng bulag sa katotohanan. Nandito ako. 'Di ba? Yung mga broken record na nakanta. Sabi ko, okay, hindi ako singer, pero anong pwede kong gawin para ma-bless yung tao? Di magpatawa na lang ako, tapos kung ano-anong gagawin ko, parang hahanapin ko yung pinaka-poging lalaki sa audience. Tapos, haharanahan ko. Is that how you say it? Haharanahan?
Haharanahin. Yes.
Haharanahin.
Haharanahin.
I
Yes.
would sing to him, I'd stroke his hair, I'd kiss his face. And like, my voice is so ugly, but the people are not even listening to me singing. They're like on the floor laughing, diba? So you really have to think, okay, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Focus on my strengths and have fun. I think that in any job that you do, if you're not passionate about what you do, if you're not happy, go do something else. Find out what your strengths are and focus on those. So for me, talking to you guys, signing autographs, the only thing is I'm not much of a social media person. I don't really, medyo effort sumagot sa mga tao, aaminin ko. But that's because I'm a single mom and I'm the one who's it's all on me. I support my son 100% and I have so many things to do to try to make ends meet. So that's the only reason why it's a struggle for me to work on social media. But for me, talagang it's something that I really enjoy doing. I love this job.
Grabe, no? Alam mo, lalo mo kami pinahongo. Hindi,
Oo nga, nakakainis
alam mo,
ka.
I wish lahat ng actors and actresses, and including yung mga, like upcoming, I hope they have the same
I hope they were listening to this right
the
now.
same I mean I wish they have the same notion, the way they conceptualize things about life. My God, sana katulad mo.
Hindi, wala sila ng training ni Kuya Germs.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, wait. Speaking of that, like That's Entertainment, Kuya Jom. So, mga kwento mo ulit kasi everybody knows like how you started and That's Entertainment. So, how did you ended up in show business? Kwento mo nga, I'm sure, ayan, no, magre-reminisce po tayo. Oh yeah. So, how did you ended up like in show business?
Okay, so it's so funny because I had a fight with my parents and I actually got caught doing something I wasn't supposed to. So I don't know if I should even say it on the.
It's okay. Yeah.
I had my first.
Okay. Ako din naman noon.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Okay.
But there's a good side to this story. So.
Okay.
My older brother, I have an older brother who's my cousin, but he's really like my brother. So, nagsumbong siya sa parents ko, and then my parents told him to deal with me. So, hinandcuff ako, tapos nakipagsuntukan ako sa kanila with my older brother and his best friend.
Wait, how old were you during that
I was
time?
15.
Oh, okay. In the Philippines.
Yeah, it was my
Okay.
first time to try it, and then nakipagsuntukan ako sa kanila, and then my lola came out with a stick and she was beating me also, and I didn't hit her back, but I was nagwawala. And then my parents brought me to the ER sa Clark. Tapos parang tinatakot nila ako na parang ilalagay ako sa basement, parang ganoon. So, I was in the ER and then meron namatay sa gurney in the bed next to me. Tapos yung wife, "Why God, why?" Tapos umiiyak siya. So ako naman, parang syempre, naka-smoke ako, di ba? Sabi ko, why God, why? Ako din, why God, why? Why God, why?
God, bakit hindi mo mababa? God, gumagano ka.
Bakit? Ano ba to, Lord? Okay, go. And then?
So, sabi ko, syempre, I mean, my dad was a Christian, my grandfather was a pastor, and so I've been reading my Bible every day since I was growing up. So parang may conviction naman din ako. Sabi ko, Lord, sorry na ginawa ko yun. Alam mo naman, as a teenager, I'm just curious, ganun. Tapos sabi ko, God, what is your plan? What is your purpose for my life? Tapos, 3 days later, we went to Manila to go shopping. Tapos, ang schedule namin is, my mom gives us allowance. So, lahat kami, kunyari, $50. Tapos, we go to SM. We're talking about the whole family, like 20, 30 people. And then, this is yung mga katulong din, yung my cousins who live next door. And then, we do a Christmas shopping already. So, we're gonna go to the dentist, tapos Christmas shopping. Then, we go back to Pampanga. Tapos, parang sa tagal ng nanay ko sa dental chair, sabi ko, can we just go ahead? Sabi ng mom ko, no, it's not safe here in Metro Manila. You could get kidnapped. Tapos sabi ng tito namin, why don't you go to the studio? It's GMA 7. You just go inside and just take a look and see if you like it. And then, when we're done, we'll come get you. So, pumunta kami. Yun yung lunch date. So, meron akong kasamang classmate. Her name was Sandra. I forgot her last name, Sandra. Tapos, blonde hair siya. And then, kasama ko lahat ng mga kapatid ko, everybody. And then, pagpasok namin, parang nagkagulo ng konti. Akala nila siguro mga Hollywood, I don't know, foreigner kasi kaming tignan eh.
Yeah.
Tapos, nagkagulo. Tapos sabi ni Randy Santiago, ay, dumating na yung dalawang shota ko. Gumanon siya. Tapos yung girl, si Sandra, hi! Gumaganon siya. Tapos ako naman, sobrang mahihain ako noon. Bago ako nag-showbiz, talagang wala akong kaibigan, sobrang mahihain ako. So, gumaganon ako. Tapos, after the show, my mom talked to the cameraman and then he said, dapat bumalik kayo kasi may show na That's Entertainment. Doon mo makikilala yung mga kaedad ni Donita, ganyan. So, we were given like reserved seating dun sa gitna. Tapos umupo kami, we went shopping and then we came back. Ano nga ako parang I remember na dati papagawa ako ng mga silk blouses na may collar. Hanggang ngayon may naka-collar pa rin ako. Pero may brooch ako.
Okay.
Tapos, umupo ako. Tapos biglang may spotlight sa likod. So, tumitingin kami. And nakita namin si Romnick Sarmienta. Kumakanta. Tapos pinuntahan kami. Tapos, after he sang, sabi niya, you see that guy dun sa stage? That's Herman Moreno. He wants to know if you want to join showbiz. Tapos sabi ko, tumingin ako sa nanay ko, sa likod ko. Sabi ng nanay ko, ganun siya. Sabi ko, okay, gumanon ako. Yun na yun. Tapos, si Kuya Jerms, we met him after the show. Sabi niya, kailangan mag-audition ka. Hindi ka basta-basta pwedeng pumasok. So, sabi niya, you have to sing a song. So, yung mommy ko, nag-hire ng gitarista sa Pampanga. Hindi naman ako marunong kumanta, mahihain pa ako. Tapos, talagang sintonado ako. Yung buong, kasi yung mga kamag-anak ko nasa kabilang bahay din, everybody was making fun of me. Sabi ko, hindi ko talaga gagawin to. Hindi ko alam kung paano ako nagawa yun eh.
Wait, do you remember what you were singing?
Yeah. Do you
Radio
remember?
Romance.
Radio Romance.
Radio. Kakahiya. Alam mo yung lahat ng kamag-anak ko, pagkita ko doon sa upuan, nasa ilalim sila ng upuan. Kahiya.
Hindi namin kilala yan.
We don't know her. Sino yan?
Sinado ko. Tapos nag-away kami ng mami ko kasi nilalagyan ako ng red lipstick. Syempre, teenager lang ako. Tapos pinaskirt ako kung ano-ano. Tapos ang daming mga gold na churut-churut, yung mga heavy, gaudy earrings. Tapos sabi ko, Mom, stop it! Tapos biglang nag-play na yung song, Radio. Mom, stop it! Radio. Ayun, nakapasok ako sa Friday group. Tapos every Friday, so Friday after school, my dad would drive us all the way to the GMA studio. Tapos after taping, after live, mga 5 to 6 yata yun or something. And then, magre-rehearse kami for Saturday entertainment.
Oh my
Tapos
God.
mag-stay kami mag-overnight kami doon. Tapos Saturday, after the show, uwi kami ng Pampanga. So,
Wow.
yun.
Do you speak Tagalog na during that time?
My mom is from Pangasinan and I'm very fluent in Pangalatok or Pangasinense. So,
You are? Wow. Oh
I'm
my.
fluent.
As in fluent. Pero ang Tagalog, hindi masyado.
Ay, Ay, noon ang alam ko lang lalaki, babae, pera.
Siyempre.
Tumama ka naman sa lalaki at saka sa pera.
Naman.
Yes, oo.
Lalaki, babae, pera.
Yeah, yun lang alam ko noon eh. And
Pero
then,
alam mo, yeah, and then, sorry, go.
yun, and then, it's funny because nung nasa dats ako, di pinapakanta, pinapasayaw kami, kung ano-ano. Tapos hosting, but yung that's acting, si Kuya Ike Losada, tsaka si Kuya Germs, laging pinapahuli kami ng kapatid ko, si Paul. Nag-join siya for less than a year, tas na hindi niya nagustuhan kasi mahiyain sa TV. But anyway, so that's acting kami. Meron kaming skit na very small skit, few lines lang. Bibigay sa amin ng mga 5 minutes bago mag-commercial. So, habang si Kuya Germs nagsasalita, minimemorize ko, hindi ko naman alam ang ibig sabihin ng binabasa ko. So, sasabihin ko kay Shirley Fuentes, Shirley, tulungan mo ako, Jackie, tulungan mo ako. Tapos they would say, okay, so this word means this word. Siyempre, kinakabahan ka, hindi mo alam. So, ako yung huli, di ba? Binibigay ko lahat, umiiyak ako, pero mali, bulol-bulol talaga. Tapos tatawa yung mga tao. Ayun tuloy, naging komedyante ako.
Oh my God!
So my first movie was a comedy. It was called Katabi Ko'y Mamaw. Ako yung mamaw. Kasama ko yung Raycard duet. Di ba si Carding? Yung
Carding! Yes! Yes.
So, ang first role ko, in love kami, parang in love si Carding sa akin, and I'm in love with him. Tapos every time na gusto namin maghalikan, nagdi-disappear ako. So parang naghahanap kami ng paraan kung paano kami makakiss. Hanggang sa dulo ng pelikula, hindi kami nag-kiss. Ay, salamat, Lord.
Oh, you're a lucky girl.
Pero paano na-develop yung Tagalog mo?
Well, eventually, so then I did some, at that time, early 90s, ang daming action films. So, then I did a movie with Gabby Concepcion, Sargento Gabo, first action film niya, launching film, tapos last film niya bilang actor, because it didn't click. But yung line ko was like, bastos ka, hayop ka. Tapos sasampalin ko siya yung kontrabida. Ganon, tapos umiiyak ako, hindi ko alam yung sinasabi ko. Hayop ka.
Ulit-ulit lang.
Ganon lang. So, eventually, as terrible as I was at Tagalog and acting, I always really took it seriously, and I was just always nervous, and I gave my all, and I guess that's always been my work ethic ever since. Like, I'm okay, I'm game kung magmukha kong tanga, okay lang, basta nag-enjoy ako. Basta binigay ko lahat ng kaya ko, and I really memorized my lines to the point where I started doing more serious roles. I even did Over the Backward for many years.
Yes, si Barbie doll, right?
Yeah.
The iconic Over the Backward.
Oh my God! Yes!
Kung magkamali ako, mas nakakatawa, di ba? So, meron akong mga lines like, Bubuli, maghabulan tayo. Gaganon ako. Tapos, hindi ko namalaya na bulol ako. Sabi ko, Bubuli, maghubot tayo. Tapos, maghuhubot na si Bubuli. Sabi, anong ginagawa niya? Tapos, tatakbo na ako. Hinahabol niya ako ng naka-boxers sa bakod. Alam mo yung mga ganon. So, I don't know. I think God has always been good. He's always kind of protected me from, those sexy. I've had a lot of sexy offers and stuff like that, but syempre may takot din ako because, my parents raised me to be a good girl. So, I never accepted any of those sexy roles. And then eventually, medyo gumaling na ako mag-Tagalog. Tapos dati may dubber ako. Yung dubber na yon, sabi nila, alam mo, you don't need the dubber na, you can do it yourself. So I started dubbing my own voice. Kasi nung time na yon, hindi pa live recordings, diba? So, hanggang sa naging live na siya, and
Doon ka na gumaling. Pero ito speaking of like sexy, no? Can you believe, naging FHM.
Yeah, I read that.
5 times without even like, as in number 1, but without even showing as in flesh. Sabi ko pa, wait, I was checking, sabi ko, wait, paano naging number 1 hindi nagpakita ng flesh?
And was that in
Kaya mo yon, di ba? Naka-turtleneck pa ang bakla. Oh my God! Like, Ganon katindi ang kamandag mo.
Oo nga mo.
kwento
Bakla,
nga.
pes lang. Sexiest
Yes
woman
lang,
na.
yun na yun. Sex, oo, yun lang. Kwento mo nga yun. Hindi ka ba nag-windang? Parang, oh my God, really?
I actually got rebuked is the word that we use, but parang na principal's office ako sa pastor ko kasi when I first did FHM, it was Singapore kasi syempre naka-base ako sa Singapore, and the Singapore FHM when it first started was super wholesome kasi maraming Muslim. So bawal sa bansang yun yung mga medyo super sexy. It was just sleeveless or kita-chan, but nothing really raunchy. So, of course, I'm with MTV. I have to like listen to what they're telling me to do. Hindi naman ako namimili ng whatever project. So, I did that cover. I thought, oh, I didn't even know what FHM was. So I said, oh, not bad. And then eventually it became Thailand and Malaysia, Thailand,
Philippines.
then Philippines.
Oo.
Hindi ko alam na so I was in a turtleneck, right? Like and
leather pants. Naalala ko yun. Okay.
Tapos when the cover came out, parang yung article ko, yung 'di ba feature sa gitna.
Yung centerfold, parang ganon.
Parang
Oo.
ganon. And then after me, ang next page is puro mga suso. Iba't ibang klaseng
Oh my God, I love you. Okay.
It's like iba't ibang klaseng suso. Tapos like 50 boobs all over the page. And I was like, parang, oh, finally my cover came out. Tapos biglang suso na lang. Sabi ko, oh my God.
What did I sign up into?
I know, what the heck happened? Oh, and okay.
So my pastor got in touch with Tita Angela. Kasi mga Christians were all like super close. And so he said, bakit niya tinanggap yun? Tapos sabi ni Tita Jel, Pastor, kasi hindi namin naman alam na. So, pero ngayon, hindi na kami tatanggap ng mga iba. So, we didn't after that.
Oh my,
Yeah.
I know, si Weng.
I'm in trouble after
I know. Dito rin si Miss Angeli.
Oo, nandyan.
Hi, Miss Angeli. Oh yeah, Miss Angeli, wholesome to, wholesome.
Trying.
Oy, Christopher Rojas is also here.
Yes,
Hello.
hi, Chris.
Yes. Hi, Chris.
Wait, si Christopher tsaka si Gladys, they're some of my best friends in the Philippines.
Ang bait. Sobra, no?
Yeah.
Perfect couple, no?
I know.
Grabe. Yaan mo makakahanap ka rin ng ganyan. Almost Miss Perfect,
drink
right?
to that.
Yes,
Oh, yes,
yes.
let's drink to that. Oo nga.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Para ipipray natin yan.
Oo. And speaking of, napag-usapan na natin yun. I just wanna say, Miss Donita, ang sarap mo kausap. Oh my God.
Sobra.
You're not just, walang keme, not just lovely to look at. My God.
Sobra.
Ang sarap po. I mean, we'll just listen to you the whole day and night. My God.
Alam mo,
like that.
Day, pengin yung wallet ko. Magkano?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ano lang?
Day. Lang, Day.
may Venmo
Alam mo,
ka
sa
ba?
totoo lang, Venmo na uso ngayon, at saka Zelle.
Oo.
Alam mo, yung mga high school, college friend ko, nagme-message, oh my God, mabait pa siya. Sabi ko, may interview pa lang namin siya. Kasi nga, high school, college, talagang, talagang, Donita. Ganun. Kasi sabi ko, now, I can text them and call them later, or tomorrow. Tipong, bakla naman pala si Donita.
Katulad din namin eh.
Katulad kauri ka rin pala namin.
Alam mo yung napag-usapan natin yung Over the Backward, di ba? Which is an iconic role in sitcom, and lahat yun, I'm sure everybody knows that yung panahon natin, di ba? Tapos ngayon, successful ka na doon, bigla nga, yung na-mention mo nag-Singapore ka, biglang,
Nag-VJ.
you know what? I love music videos during that time. And suddenly, sabi ko, di ba after ni Regine Tolentino, siya yata nauna or what, bilang ikaw nakita ko sa TV, sabi ko, Donita, what are you doing in front as a VJ? Sabi ko, oh my God, I'm one of those proudest, sabi ko, oh my God, one of my fave actresses now an MTV VJ.
Kwento mo nga yun. Paano nangyari yun?
So, si Mo Twister is one of my best friends in the whole wide world. We met in La Salle when we were in the first semester of college. I borrowed a pencil from him. I said, excuse me, do you have an extra pencil? And he was like, yeah, sure. Sabi ko, oh, slang to. Sabi ko, hey, where are you from? He's like, oh, I'm from LA. So hanggang from that time on, we became best friends. Tapos ka-block ko siya. Anyway, so our dream was, balang araw magiging DJ siya. Yun yung dream niya. My dream was to become a VJ because nung bata pa ako, pinapanood ko yung MTV sa US because we had FEN network from sa base. And I used to see Carson, is it Carson, not Carson Daly, was it, I can't remember who, but these MTV VJs. Tapos, nire-record ko siya sa VHS tape. Yung nire-record ko yung mga videos. Tapos, my mom is a school teacher. Hanggang ngayon, she's been a school teacher for 50 years. She's on her 50th year now. And she's living in Vegas. But anyway, she used to be a director of school plays. So every Sunday, she would tell us, okay, meron kayong price na $20 for the first prize, $10 for second place, and $5 for third place. So lahat kaming magpipinsan. We were 13 cousins. So 4 kami sa bahay namin, and then 5 sa kabila, and then I had 2 others. So we used to parang come up with a plan. Parang that's entertainment, Saturday entertainment. We would, okay, kakanta kami or sasayaw kami. And then we have to perform in front of our whole family. So that became the thing. Why was I talking about this? I forgot.
The VJ.
The VJ.
Oh,
gig.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I would record these VHS music videos to get inspiration. Tapos pag kunyari dance moves ni Madonna, ginagaya ko yan pag ano. Tapos when MTV came out na parang may VJs na, sabi ko, ano kaya ang ano, parang that would be the ultimate dream role for me, especially kung meron na sa Asia. Then nalaman ko na may Asia na. Kasi mag-i-English na ako. Because my hindrance has always been speaking in Tagalog, di ba? Parang even sometimes nabubulol ako or I don't have the right words to use, so parang I'm not very fluent. But sabi ko kung if I get this job, sama-sama na lahat ng pinag-aralan ko. And that's what I always thank Kuya Germs for, kasi when we were in that, parang all of us in that would always make fun of the things that we used to do. Kailangan mag-leotards, kailangan mag-perform ng cat, di ba? Tapos, parang kung ano-anong ginagawa namin. We have to model, ang baduy-baduy namin mag-model ng mga kung ano-ano. Then, if you see the old dance entertainment, parang we would always ask ourselves, ano bang mga pinaggagawa namin dito? But all of that had a purpose, because when MTV happened and I got I'm actually the third. It was Regine Tolentino and then G Tonji. I was the third. People always say I'm the first, but I wasn't. So I was the third. And I was with G in Singapore. Nakasalubong ko siya, and then we hung out together and everything. And then eventually I ended up getting the job full time. But I remember si Mo would always tell me, kasi mahihain ako, di ba? Nobody believes me.
I know. Well,
No,
I was
not-
about to say.
not now.
Before yun, before.
Okay.
But he told me, D, whenever you when you go do your thing, just pretend you're talking to me, or Rufa, kasi Rufa was also my best friend too. So yun yung ini-imagine ko lang, na kausap ko lang si Mo, kausap ko lang si Rufa, kasi silang dalawa ang nagsasabi, D, you're actually a really funny person. Bakit hindi mo nilalabas yun? So kasi mahihiyain ako. But when MTV happened, sabi ko, doon ko ipapakita sa kanila na, because the language barrier is not a hindrance anymore, then I can really show them what I can do. So I really focused. I mean, MTV, there were so many opportunities to just party and, just have fun with my life, because just a lot of crazy proposals.
Yes.
Maraming gusto manligaw, whatever. But I said, no, I am just totally gonna focus on my walk with God. That was the time na nag-turn around yung life ko, na I stopped partying, I stopped doing all these crazy things, and I just really focused on my walk with God and my career. And that's when it took off. And I never really had time to sit down and say to myself, ay, nakarating na ako. It never crossed my mind. I would go back to Manila every week, and I was just so happy that, of course, I was gaining popularity and everything, but I was just so engrossed in my relationship with God na it didn't really occur to me na parang sumikat na ako or whatever. It never crossed my mind. And then people are telling me stories now of like, oh, I remember you, and I'm like, wow, kinikilig pa rin ako.
Wait, you never even, during that time, because you were like, I don't know, parang a legend, but oh my God, Donita Rose, like MTV VJ.
Not in my
Never?
mind.
Not in my mind. In my mind, I'm this shy girl that doesn't deserve to be where I am, and it's really only by the grace of God that He gave me these opportunities. I'm not saying that to sound humble. That is the
No,
God's
no, no, no.
honest
You,
truth.
wow.
It is the God's
Kaya
honest
pala
truth.
talaga, no, abundant blessings, no? Pero, di ba 5 years ka doon? So, why did you decide, were you the one who decided na, I have to, like, to finish this job, being an MTV VJ?
I gave it my all, and then I found love.
Ayun.
Ayun! Si love!
Nakakasira talaga
Ay,
ang love
cheers
eh.
to that!
Nako,
Oo nga!
oh, ano naman, tequila naman, no? Tequila naman ako, ano ba?
Nakakalove.
Ibang chapter naman to ulit eh.
Alam mo, pag love, oo, pag love talaga. Oo, wait, wait, Miss Angeli, di ba? Ano sabi niya? I had to wait.
Pagalitan na ba ako?
Oh, hindi sabi niya, I had to wait for her pastor after service and ask forgiveness for the FHM cover. Never been so embarrassed in my life because the magazine issue she was on a cover of had one story with 40 or something different kinds of breast of women. I almost died. Teka, nasa na siya? Ayun. I almost died. The pastor said, Angel, do you know that all our youths would buy that magazine? I have to repent.
Well,
I know. But you know what? You know what? Look at that. Like, it's just one of those hurdles during that time, diba? But look, everybody knows you and everybody knows that you're very kind and you glorify God. Sabi nga ni Ate Eva, no? Sabi ni Ate Eva,
Oh my gosh, Elaine Matsuwaki is my pastor's wife. Siya talagang nag-mentor sa akin sa Singapore.
grabe,
Her and
no?
Rachel Ong, yeah. I love those two. Oh my gosh.
Ang galing.
Elaine, I prayed for you this morning. I prayed for Tita Josie. Anyway, sorry.
Ang galing. Alam mo, baka naman one of these days, baka naman magulat kami, maging pastor ka na lang.
Actually, I wanted to quit MTV to go into full-time ministry, but Tita Angeli was the one who told me, God has called us to be a salt and light in the darkness. So you are exactly where God wants you to be right now. This is the marketplace. So these are fancy Christian words for, parang the place where you would be most effective.
Oh my God. Uy,
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
way, sabi ni Ate Pilar, Jessie Deng, Miss Jamie Rivera is here. Hi, Miss Jamie!
hi!
Grabe, nakakatuwa, no? Lahat ng mga, my God, lahat ng mga fellow Christian, andi dito, nakakatuwa. Pero alam mo sa totoo lang, ako din, kami ni JCast, kami ni Direk, like, we're a firm believer that everything happened for a reason. And dahil sa kanya lahat to.
Yeah.
I mean, kasi kami rin naman eh. Who would ever thought na yung mga idol namin, like you, especially
Oh my
you,
God.
Mr. Gary V, the only reason why we decided to do this, it's because, of course, we want to talk and, share inspiring stories of celebrities and people with inspiring stories like you. And then, wow, andito na kami. Parang feeling ko, God has a purpose, no? At nag-meet tayo, di ba?
Oo nga.
Yes.
I always believe that God has a purpose in everything that we do, and that's why when Tita Angeli said, "Would you like to guest?" I said, "Sure." I always try to look for an opportunity to inspire people and let them know that God is real, because this could actually go the other way. When we talk about God and my faith, and especially in America, or even in other countries where, like, let's say other religions are more dominant, right? Parang we can be perceived as hypocritical, religious,
True.
Or preachy.
self,
diba?
all of those things. But honestly, like, that's why that's where the humility comes in, because I don't believe that I'm worthy. I am not good by nature, but imagine the kind of life I live, such an enriching life. It's not because of my career, but because of the relationship that I have with God. And I just had an epiphany yesterday or the day before. I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I'm at a crossroads in my life again, right? I read something recently that said, sometimes you have to know when to turn the page or close the book. And so
Yeah,
when
I
I
wrote-
Yun, ganda nun, di ba? Sana galing sa akin, but I don't know where it came from.
Okay.
And then, so when I made the decision to leave the Philippines, it was really hard for me, but I had to dive into the deep end of faith and trust that God was going to provide for me. I'll be honest with you guys. I had some debts back home. And I'm saying this because the purpose is I want to encourage people. the minute that I said, okay, God, I'm gonna dive into the deep end, I'm gonna trust you, and I'm just gonna I'm not gonna even worry about it. I worked hard. Don't get me wrong. I didn't just, my debts didn't just get paid by themselves. I sold all my things, and my manager spoke to the owner of the development where I bought my condo, and they gave me a deal. Instead of a 3-bedroom, I now have a 1-bedroom unit there, but it's fully paid. As in, 100% paid. I have the title to the property. Wala na akong utang. So that happened in a span of 3 months. I'm talking about big debt here, millions. And I took care of everything in 3 months. And the thing is, backtrack a little bit. 2 years ago when I was in church, the topic was about tithing, and the pastor was super funny. And I'm a tither. I love tithing. It's not something that's required of us, but it's a privilege. And at that time, I hadn't tithed in 2 years. And so while everybody was naghahampasan sa tawa dahil nakakatawa yung pastor namin, I was weeping underneath my hoodie. Tapos after the preaching, he said, "Oh, Donita, kamusta na?" Sabi ko, "Pastor, iyak ako ng iyak." Sabi niya, "Why? What happened?" Sabi ko, "Kasi I haven't been tithing in 2 years and it's been so difficult." And he's like, "Dee, God knows the desires of your heart. Parang God doesn't look at that. And then the wife said to me, let's pray. So we prayed, and then she told me, "Dee, the Lord told me that He will pay your debts. He will pay your debts in full." So ang inisip ko, uy, magkaka-work na ako, ang daming work. Tapos parang sabi ko, "Lord, asan yung work? 2 years, 1 year passed, wala pa rin masyadong work." Sabi ko, wala pang work. Tapos nitong huli, sabi ko, "God, di ba sabi mo you're gonna pay my debts? Paano? Yun naman pala, hindi niya ako patatrabahuin. Walang work. I didn't have to work for it." Yan yung totoong grace ni God. And that is one of the reasons why I would be willing to guest here, because it serves a purpose. It serves a purpose to show people that God is real, and that debt that I had, they basically gave me 3.8 million.
Really?
They gave me 3.8 million just by telling them that I couldn't pay anymore. So I don't know if I'm really allowed to say that or not, but I'm saying that because I want to encourage people that if you could be in the worst of problems, you could have the biggest of debts, just bring it to God and trust, and of course do your part too, work hard, but trust and not strive, and just. So now I'm like,
Congrats!
Yeah!
Yay!
Girl! Oh my God,
Yes.
let's drink to that! My God!
That's a big
Alam mo-
deal. Thank you, Lord. Oh my God, diba?
Alam mo ako, ako din.
Oh, I
I'm a
was
firm.
gonna say,
Yeah, go ahead.
the epiphany that I had was, for every major crossroads that I had in my life, I realized I'm at a crossroads again, right? And I said, "Oh my gosh, I just had a realization. Every major breakthrough that I've had in my life, I got on my knees and I brought it to the Lord first." So if whoever's watching this right now, if you're at a major crossroads in your life, or you're going through some major problem, really, it's about going down on your knees and humbling yourself and saying, "God, I can't do it by myself. This situation is impossible. Only you can get me out of this, and He will see you through." Because our God loves us, and it's not about whether you're a good person or a bad person. It's only by His grace that He gives us good things. So, there.
Galing.
Oh my God.
Baka magiging ano na to, next pastor. Yeah, alam mo,
The
sa totoo
prettiest
lang ha.
pastor.
The prettiest pastor. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, I mean, I always tell Derek and J. Cass, and some of my friends will always ask for, Jesse, I'm having trouble right now. I don't know what to do. Sometimes, I always tell them, like, you know what? Kasi ano to proven yun sa akin din na those problems, those hurdles, those adversities, you have to go through with it. The pain. Because you know what? Those are the things that it's like a preparation for you to
Yes.
become stronger. So,
I-
diba? So parang, nung time na yun, parang, now I know the reason why I have to go through those heartaches, those pains. It's because this is the reason why. Now I'm stronger. So yung time na yun, sisiw pala yun That's nothing. Diba? Because it made me stronger because of those heartaches. Diba? Kaya sabi ko, ang galing talaga ni Lord. Sobra. Kaya I salute you talaga. And thank you for sharing your story. Ang galing!
Tama,
Ang
tama din yan, Pastora Jessie.
Ano ba yun? Hindi kasi, alam mo, totoo. Alam mo, pagka minsan, alam mo, pareho tayo. Alam mo, may times pag pinag-uusapan namin to, minsan naiiyak ako. Like, kasi I always pray every night. Even my son, I have a 9-year-old son. Every night we pray, and then he always like, why do I have to ask? Why do I have to always say thank you? And I was like, why do I always have to, like, can I just ask? I was like, you don't even have to ask kasi alam ni Lord what is good for you eh. Sometimes you don't even expect that these things will just fall on your lap flawlessly. Di ba kasi if it's meant for you, it will just fall on your lap flawlessly without even asking God. Kaya nga, umiiyak ako minsan parang, Lord, thank you, pero bakit? Tapos ang daming nang babato, di ba? Ang daming mga negative things, negative na mga haters, madami minsan, parang, ba't ganun? Lagi ako sinasabi ko lagi, Lord, naiyak ako. Sabi ko, ikaw bahala. Alam ni J. Kasi yan. Lagi akong gumagano'n. Lagi ko sinasabi yan. Sabi ko, Lord, may rason to, may rason. And you know what? Slowly nga, no? Pero sabi ko, shit, kailangan ko. Bigla ko naman. Sorry. Tao lang
Okay
po
lang
ako.
yan. Hindi pa naman matindi yun. Ano ka ba?
Hindi, para sabi ko, ikaw na bahala. Sabi ko, hindi pa rin pala ako masamang tao. Kasi may times minsan nagtatanong ako, ano ba to? Is this just one of the, ano ba to, karma? Minsan isip ko, hindi pala karma yun eh, no? Ano lang siya, parang it's a lesson for you. Or parang, parang adversities kailangan mong mag-go through talaga. Para yung next na mas masakit, kayang-kaya mo na. So, hindi pala siya, parang hindi karma. Iniisip ko kasi minsan, naku, na karma ako.
Well,
hindi
you know
pala
what?
siya.
I-explain ko sa'yo, yung sabi mo na mabait ka pala, actually, that's wrong.
Oo.
Masamang damo ka.
Talaga? Ay, gusto ko yan. Joke.
Oo.
No, but if
Okay.
you look at the biblical foundation is, kasi a lot of people will say, bakit mabuting tao naman ako? The truth is, no, all of us are sinners. All of us are parang by nature, we are sinful. And that's where the faith comes in, where we humble ourselves and say, okay, on my own, I can continue to be a bad person, but I need God to come in and make me a better person. And that's where he changes your heart. It says if you accept him, your heart of stone will become a heart of flesh. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. You could be a murderer. Diba the thief on the cross?
Yes.
Diba may murderer?
Yes.
Siya pa, nakapunta pa sa heaven yung isa sa kanila. So, it's really not about where we're at right now. Kasi people will say, aayusin ko muna yung buhay ko. No, you don't have to fix your life first because there's no way that you can fix your sinful nature. Only God can fix that for you. And so that's why I can say I'm a good person because of what Christ has done in my heart. It's not because of I'm a good person by nature. Guys, I'm not really a good person by nature.
Grabe, alam mo, we needed a Donita talaga in our life.
What an aha moment.
Sobra!
What an aha moment because I'm gonna say something after Pastor Donita and Pastor Jessie. And what I'm gonna say is definitely, hindi ako pastor, but kasi you know what, I'm just like you, Donita. Ako, alam ni Jessie na talagang light-hearted lang ako. Gusto lang tawa ng tawa, magpatawa, yun lang ako. And my jokes veer from light to green, ganun ako parati. So, hindi akalain ng tao na, pagdating ng gabi rin, which I natuto kay Jessie is that, I pray every night, tas ngayon talagang hindi na yung ganun lang na, thank you Lord. No, specific and kinakwento mo lahat. So,
I always
pwede talaga na kahit na hindi ka pinakamabait that day, certainly you can pray. Diba?
Yes.
You know, don't think na because I'm doing this bad thing or that bad thing, God doesn't love me. God loves us regardless of what we do. And actually,
That's
there's
so
a Bible verse that says, God, the Spirit of the Lord searches to and fro throughout the earth, looking to look for those who are seeking Him. So it doesn't matter how sinful we are. If we have this desire to know God more, He can meet us where we're at. And the reason why I talk about my faith and all of that is not because I've been brainwashed by anyone, because you know what? I'm not getting paid for this. I could actually just make myself look good and talk about my career and talk about my YouTube channel, whatever it is. But actually, for me, I know my purpose, God's purpose in my life. And that is to share about the good things that God has done for me because He can do it for you too. So if I keep that to myself, ako ang pinaka-selfish na tao sa buong mundo kasi this is the good news, 'di ba? It's the good news is free. And it's free pa nga, free for me to share tapos hindi ko pa i-share sa inyo. And that's the only reason why I share it because gosh, God has been so good to me. I want this for everybody else. And that's why I'm very vocal. It's not because I want to look good. Honestly, I shared with you guys some stuff. And sometimes I even share too much and I get in trouble by Tita Angeli. But,
No,
it's a balance.
oh, it's a
right?
balance. It's a
Yeah,
balance. Yeah. Ang
But
galing.
I did want to share with you guys one thing. Like, you know, if kung meron kang pinagdadaanan, I want you to think of it from this perspective. Pag malalim ang or mahirap ang pinagdadaanan mo, think of it as God is refining you in the fire. So let's say, 'di ba nasa apoy ka na ngayon, 'di ba? Parang it's like gold. Gold when it gets refined in the fire, all the impurities come out, but what it remains is pure. So we have to think of our lives as like that living vessel of gold where if we're going through trials, and there's another verse, but you know, I don't want to be too preachy or what, but it's about God sometimes lets us go through trials and tribulations because He's refining our character. And through when we develop our character, perseverance develops character, and so on and so forth. It's a verse. So whenever something bad happens to me, I'm just like, sometimes I say S-H-I-T, and I'm like, sorry, Lord. Why am I going through this right now? Okay, Lord, show me, what is it? And then, you know what? Eventually He'll show you, okay, I need to work on my patience. Or God is teaching me to trust. I'm focusing on my own works again. So, yung mga ganon. So, think of it that way whenever you go through something bad.
Grabe, ang ganda nung, ay, ulit-ulitin ko to. Or, may message ako. Di,
Very
may problema
inspirational
ako.
and a lot of aha moments.
Grabe!
And anytime you're going through problems and stuff, we'll exchange numbers, and you can always message me, and I can call you, and we can help each other.
Grabe.
I talk to everybody. I mean, even my hairdresser, I don't even know her. Now I'm inviting her to the park next week. It's just,
Oh my
gosh,
God.
you know, when you're just so happy and it's not to say that my life is perfect. I have a lot of problems, but there's peace. It's the Bible. Sorry, I'll stop na ha. Pero
No.
the Bible-
It's
the
okay. We're
Bible
learning a
says-
lot. We're learning so much. We're learning so much.
This is one of my favorite verses. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and mind through Christ Jesus. So it means that sometimes you could be in the midst of the biggest problem, but there can be peace in your heart. That's why it doesn't matter how big my problems are. I sleep 8 to 9 hours a night.
Yeah.
Straight. And then I never have problems sleeping through the night. And
You
that's
sleep 9 hours pa?
sometimes
Wow.
when I'm tired. So but there's peace. And then
Ang
you
galing.
hear news of like, you know, the elections are coming up, and there
Yes.
are rumors of like something as exaggerated as rumors of a civil war, and you know,
Yes,
and,
yes.
and prophecies about tsunamis and this and that. And you know, pwede kang mabaliw pag pinag-iisipan mo yung mga anong pwedeng mangyari, saan ba ako dapat, parang chess, di ba?
Uh-huh.
Pag nangyari yan, dapat dito ako pumunta. Pag nangyari to, you know, if you keep thinking about all of these things, it's really gonna drive you insane. But you just have to stay still when you're troubled and you're thinking about your problems. You just have to take a deep breath, go to the Word of God, and it will just do something in your spirit. And sometimes you'll get a clear word as to where you should go next. Sometimes the answer is not even A, B, C, or D. Sometimes He'll tell you it's F. So,
Grabe. Alam mo, parang asarap-sarap mo kausap. Pwede natin off to, tapos tayo na magkwento.
Ay, wag naman. I-share mo naman siya.
I know, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Pero, wait, alam mo, I think is that the reason why na, like, you decided to, you know, to venture into cooking and becoming a chef? Did you ever thought about that when you were, you know, like, you're going through, you know, like, the problems and everything, adversities? Did you ever thought about,
Ano yung
you know
magandang
what?
segue
Yeah.
dyan? Ano magandang segue? Because you have the Word of God, diba? So ngayon,
Yeah, I mean, did you,
Oo,
how did you come up? Kasi, di ba, ako naniniwala talaga ako na ano eh, na lahat ultimo iniisip natin. Kasi alam ni, pag siguro magiging close friend tayo, alam namin dyan. Kami di sa totoo. Kami,
Wala kang magagawa.
Si Jcas at saka si Direk, lagi kasi akong I'm full of ideas. Minsan gigising ako or while I'm doing number 2, I'm always thinking like da. And I always tell them na nagde-thank you ako kasi feeling ko, talaga sabi ko hindi yan galing sa akin eh. Pati yung dream ko minsan, you know what, I had a dream about this. Tapos I'll just make it happen. I will execute it. Pero sinasabi ko lagi sa kanila, hindi yan galing sa akin eh. Yun yung way na sinasabi ni Lord sa'yo na parang, hey, this is your next purpose. You have to do it. Galing yun sa kanya. May ganun ka ba? Like bigla pagising mo na, I wanna be a chef, ganon?
Well, I wanted to say that when I was with MTV before, every time I do another taping day, I always say, Lord, I pray that you give me supernatural wit and humor. May all my words be aligned with you and whatever. And then, kasi I'm a frustrated comedian, diba? So hindi naman talaga, I don't think like a comedian, but I wanna be. But sometimes when I every day I would pray that prayer when I would tape, and then sometimes funny things would happen. I would just say, Lord, thank you. I would whisper it. So if you have weaknesses in life, you can bring it to God and say, God, I desire to be this. I desire to be a better speaker. I desire to be a better whatever. And then when you ask him, he'll show you that he's answering that prayer. So for culinary naman, my love language is serving others. So like I loved, ever since I was young, pag meron kaming allowance of $20 every 2 weeks, iniipon ko yan para sa birthday ng kapatid ko or Christmas. Tapos ako yung nagluluto with my dad. So, mommy ko, she would cook Filipino food. Hate na hate ko ang Filipino food ko noon. Kasi, my mom is from Pangasinan and all she cooks is pinakbet. So, I'm like, pinakbet ulit. Bagoong and
paulit-ulit, yes.
Tapos yung isda na pinapakain sa amin, nakaganon yung prito. So,
ang cute mo nag-ulo ka.
Yung mata at saka yung ulo kasama.
Yung parang, ganun.
I was like resentful of Filipino food. Tapos, my dad would cook like turkey dinners and like, but I started by cooking pre-mix, like for example, mac and cheese. Tapos bibili ako ng steak, tapos gagrill ko. So, and then eventually it started, and then Betty Crocker na mix na cake. Tapos I would just put the frosting, and then it kind of developed. But when I moved to Singapore, and I experienced traveling all around the world, I tried different foods. Sabi ko, Filipino food could be elevated more. Sometimes it's the presentation. Katulad ng isda, di ba?
Yeah, exactly. Yung matatakpan mo, lagyan mo ng mask.
From after MTV, I came back to the Philippines. One of my first projects was mobile cucina. So we had this was before food trucks were even popular. We had a food truck and we went all over the different regions of the Philippines, creating regional dishes. Pero hindi pa kasi ako chef noon. Sabi ko, alam mo, parang gusto kong mag-aral ng culinary one day kasi gusto ko na, I think I just left MTV. So then one of my best friends became a chef, and then yung sa Hell Week nila, restaurant simulation, pagpasok ko dun sa school, parang kinabahan na ako, parang my heart was beating so fast. Sabi ko, I really see myself doing this. So I talked to the owner and then I said, I would like to enroll in your school. How much would it cost? So they said, we'll sponsor you. So sabi niya, we'll sponsor you and maybe 2 others. And then yung kasama ko sa bahay, si Ate Emmy, sinama ko na siya. So she's now a full-time chef and she now works for another celebrity as, I can't say who it is, but it's a big time celebrity. Wow. She's making a lot of money. So I'm so happy for her. I just love when I cook for other people. And then one day when I came to Vegas and I started working in different restaurants, I worked in Mandalay Bay, Zappos, the headquarters. One day I had a heartbreak before I started. I got rejected by, I forgot which hotel. Nabastusan ako. So umiyak ako. My mom said, come home anak, I'll cook for you. Sabi ko, patay. Ayoko yung pinakbet na naman.
Pinakbet na naman.
But I went home and my mom whipped up something strange. It was like banana ketchup pork tenderloin with French fries and jalapenos. Kasi Costa Rican yung asawa niya ngayon. So, oh, weird naman ito. But you know what? It was one of the most delicious things I've ever tasted in my life. Pagtikim ko, sabi ko, is that you? Is that you? Mom, did you make this? Tapos sabi ko, dun siya parang I had a realization na, oh my gosh, I love Filipino food. I think I should reinvent Filipino dishes. And that became one of the dishes on I have about 80 recipes already.
Wow.
4 years I was with Jolly Canola Oil, and then I created these recipes, and one of them was the banana ketchup one. Oh my gosh, you have to try my recipe there.
Oh my God, I will. Hihingin ko yan. Okay, good.
But yeah, so it became then when before I enrolled the school, napanood ko yung Ratatouille.
Oh,
Yung
yung
time
cute na
na-
daga. Oo.
Yung daga, yung tinuturuan yung kapatid niya, like, wag kang lalamon, 'di ba?
Yes.
Yung dapat matuto kang mag-pairing kasi
Yes.
you should really enjoy. You should learn how to. Tapos there was this visual presentation of like what umami is, right?
Yes.
I was watching the screen. I was like, that's me. And then I was married at the time. Tumingin sa akin si Eric, sabi niya, oh my God, that's you. Sabi ko, that's me. Sabi ko, oh my God, I'm really destined to become a chef. So yun, I became a chef, and then now I just really, that's what I said earlier. Like, find your passions. Write down a list of all of your passions. Rate them 1 to 10. 10 being your best. Focus on your strengths. Focus on your passions, things that make you feel like you don't have a job. And the money will come. And so culinary, I mean, of course, I haven't been received as a chef per se because I don't own a restaurant, and I've only kind of like, I do YouTube videos and stuff like that, but I'm not actively owning a restaurant at the moment or what. So I guess I'm not really as respected by the culinary world as I'd like to be. But you know what? I'm happy exactly where I'm at. Right now I'm actually creating. I have 7 recipes due on Friday for a company that's launching an in-house brand of products. So I'm getting paid to do this, and I'm just working from home. So I'm happy. I'm super happy.
That's here in the
Yeah.
US? Yung, oh. And wait nga pala, pahabol lang kasi you mentioned yung pinakbet, di ba? Di ba sabi mo, anong pinakbet na naman? Pero actually, a year ago, dun sa vlog mo na
Yeah.
Dash of Donita, yun yung napanood ko, yung nagluto ka ng pinakbet with
Oh
Miriam
yes.
Cambao.
And you know what? You know what the topping is there that makes it so delicious? Cottage cheese. Yeah,
What?
or cream cheese. You put it on top of yung kanin, pinakbet, cottage cheese with salt and pepper, and then you have it with a soft drink.
Oh, wow.
Wait, so now you're really reinventing like the Filipino dish and put it on a twist para mga fusion.
Yes, I do like parang Filipino comfort food na elevated. So medyo with a twist. So like for example, well, I'm not allowed to share this one yet, but yung mga previous na nagawa ko, parang, well, like for example, tomorrow morning I'm going to try making ube pancakes. Although medyo, it's like a trendy thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone is doing ube right now. But what are some of my like the banana ketchup, chicken adobo, pero with gata and turmeric.
Oh, wow.
Nagugutom tuloy ako.
Teka lang, ha? Sandali
Gusto ko
lang.
kumain. Nagda-diet ako pero sige.
Kasama ba yan sa balak mo ngayon dito? Kasi 'di ba yung vlog mo was a year ago. So, isa sa mga balak mo yun na to add more to that now that you're here in the States.
Girl.
I'm actually crossroads right now because the social media agency that helped launch my Dash of Donita, nagsara na sila, and I don't have access to my YouTube channel. So I'm like wondering, do I start another one lang? I don't know what to do, or I should focus on, finding a job here because I just arrived. Of course, right now I'm doing, what do you call this? I'm like freelancing at the moment, but I'm thinking about do I need to find a regular job? I really don't know at this point in time. But I'm just taking a step back and just going. I'm at a crossroads and I'm just trusting and believing. Okay, God, you will provide for me. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now, but I'm just enjoying the moments right now. And my son and I have never been closer.
Alam mo, sa totoo lang, while you're talking, kinikilabutan ako because I feel like there will be, you will, a lot, I mean, good future will come along with, oh my God, nakikita ko na. Like, you will have your own show, you will have
new
your
chapter.
A new chapter. No, as in, not a new chapter, a new book. As in, nakikita ko na that you will have like, endorsements will come and would even ask you to have a cooking show. Girl, you will make it big here.
Oh, thank you.
And imagine mo, mali mo, dito sa New York, i-ask ka pa na.
Unless,
Yes.
bilang sabihin na naman from Pinas, oy, mag-host ka na naman ng show, maguguluhan ka na naman, di ba?
Babalik ka na.
Honestly, I don't care about the success, like yung parang kasikatan. I don't care about that. I just want to be able to have a job that I enjoy doing, where it will allow me to spend time with my son. Because my son is 16. Pagdating ng, he's in grade 10, 11, 12. After that, di ba, magka-college na yan. In this season, I just really want to enjoy my time with my son. I serve him like gourmet, whatever, every morning and noon and night. He's served like a king, and I want him to not want to leave. So, if I'm busy working, parang hindi ko magagawa yun. So, I don't care about success. I just care about having income that's comfortable where I can enjoy my time with family. That's all I really care about at this point.
Yeah, because money will come, no? I always tell J-Cas and Derek, like, let's just have fun. Let's just have fun. Because money will come. For as long
That's
as...
true.
Yeah, no, it will. First of all, kasi makikita, magmamanifest din sa'yo, and people will see it, and then eventually, my God, you're Donita Rose. Come on. For 30 years, like, everybody knows you. Girl, your household name.
Naka-record to, ipi-play ko to, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
yes.
it's
Diba?
true. I mean, everybody can testify. You're a household name.
Yeah.
I'm not even doubting. Like, I know God will provide, but God will give you abundant blessings. As in, nakikita ko na tipong shows after shows.
And wait a minute, not just that. I wanna chase that cooking. It's
yes!
It's either we go in there, we will have matikman namin yung breakfast mo hanggang gabi. Or pagpunta mo dito, nako, pagod ka dahil magluluto ka all day.
No, pag nag-open na gagawin ako.
I really love to cook for people, talaga.
Really? Oh my
This
God.
weekend, hindi ko nga kilala yung mga bisita ni Paul and Thea, pero I made a rack of lamb with mashed potatoes and green beans and corn. And they were like, oh my gosh, tapos sabi nila, well, I guess now we have to invite you to our house. We're gonna have to level up. Sabi ko,
Oh my, alam mo, bigla na lang, I don't know, it just entered my mind. See, I don't know if you know, if you're familiar with Loida Nicolas Lewis. Loida Nicolas Lewis is one of, actually, influential talaga siya dito, a philanthropist and, billionaire siya na Filipina dito sa US. So parang imagine mo, she has, she usually have like parties and everything. Parang gusto ko pakilala sa kanya na tipo, if she will have kasi yung mga niya sa parties niya talagang A-listers like Oprah and all. Na parang, na tipong sa Hampton, I mean, parang imagine mo pag ikaw ang ko yung aking anak na dyan.
Mga artista rin yun, by the way, yung anak mo.
Parang imagine mo pag ikaw yung tipong, oh, Donita, can can you be the chef for... Oh my God!
I do catering events.
I
have done a catering event for 200 people. Mag-isa lang ako. Muntik na ako namatay nun. Pero
Oh my God!
By yourself?
By myself. Pero syempre may preparation 2 days in advance, diba? So,
Wait. First time ko narinig yun. How? Wow!
yeah.
How many dishes did you make?
I did lamb adobo over the grill kasi it was in a this was like, he was supposedly a really wealthy man, and he had a huge pool, and he would invite people to come over. And then I did lamb adobo on the grill, and it was so delicious. I did I can't remember the other things that I did. Hindi ko na maalala yung iba,
Wait.
but I remember the lamb adobo.
You don't need to say anything, you got me at lamb adobo. And of course, pinapakita kanina ni Derek, oh my God, I think
Sir Martin
Rivera is
in the
watching.
house.
Hi.
Hi, Martin. Kumusta?
I love him. Syempre, parang isa si Martin sa mga pinaka-favorite ko. One of the first guestings I ever did was Martin After Dark, and he was so kind to me. Tapos, syempre, comedian siya. So sabi ko,
Sorry.
Oh, wow. Di ba pati si... Ayan, hi Sir Martin, nandito.
Oo nga, I love his show doon, yung Martin After Dark
Alam mo,
na yan.
parang ang
Yeah.
sarap, parang ang sarap mong i-handle, no, pag dito. Ang dami naming kilalang mga tipo, ayan, no, si Chef Donita. Baka gusto niyong i-hire first pass. So, I mean, they can fly you here, and you can, for like a few days. And,
Actually, I would love to also do like parties where you're teaching people how to cook, especially Filipino food, diba?
wow.
I can
With a
do all
twist.
different cuisines, pero syempre Filipino, gusto natin i-promote ang Filipino food din. And if you try, my recipe there, it's for everyone to try. My recipes, I would say na hindi ko ilalabas yung mga recipe kung hindi talagang 1,000% masarap. Tita Jel! Ano
Sabi,
ba?
Martin had a crush
Ano
on
ba yan, no?
Donita
May
before.
revelation. Hindi kami yan, ha?
Revelation na
Jel,
anak ka.
you're fired!
Ayan ang gusto ko dito.
Ayan, may konting lumalabas
Wait,
na.
Wait, ang question is, sino bang may
Sino bang hindi?
Sino bang may walang crush kay
Wow,
Donita Rose?
grabe naman kayo.
No, I mean, who would have not like Donita Rose? Come on, seriously. Ako nga, girl crush kita eh. As in, I mean, imagine, kaya hello, pag may sabi, no, hindi ko siya crush, sapukin kita dyan eh. So, itong anak ko, crush
Pero
ka rin yan.
wala kang magagawa.
I showed your picture, sabi niya, Mom, she's so pretty. I know,
yeah.
right?
Di,
I know.
admit it or not, and because you're very humble, which is we love, you are one of, or if not, one of the beautiful faces na nag-grace sa Philippine show business. Ano ba?
You are.
Yeah.
No, actually, for me, you're the most beautiful. I mean, for me, no, I swear. No. For me, you are. They know that. I mean, for me, you are. Like, it's, I think,
sa Hawaii.
ayan na, mag-offer na sa
Ayan na!
Hawaii.
Oh my
Ayan na!
God!
Luwa team party in a while. Let's go, Chef
You're
Donita.
gonna have
Okay.
to send the three of us to Hawaii.
Oh my
Oh, yes.
God, yes.
Package
No,
deal po yun.
Okay,
Yeah.
No. Actually, she has we have viewers here who has like was that restaurants here in New York. Maybe
ang
we know a
sarap
couple.
sanang yung mga collaboration, or if I have
Oh my-
YouTube channel, pwedeng diba, parang guest chefs, would love that. That would be nice.
Oh my,
Well,
ang dami mo,
okay.
alam mo, magiging ano ka talaga. Ikaw na yung, tapos ka na dun sa sa beautiful actress, model, VJ, Donita. Nandito ka na
ayoko
sa
matapos yung
beautiful
actress.
chef. I mean, pwede, pero
kung, alam ko gusto mo na yung, ayaw mo masyadong busy, right? Pero kung masisingit pa ba ng konti yung mag-acting ka pa, ano, di ba?
You know,
Gusto yun.
acting, I'll never get tired of acting. Actually, comedy, I love comedy, and a heavy drama. I mean, one of the last roles that I did was, oh my gosh, I forgot the title. I just did it with Jano, and it was under Viva. It was a comedy, a dark comedy, pero sobrang heavy yung role ko. I enjoyed it. Alam mo yung evil na evil ako, pero
oh wow.
yeah, and you know, dati kasi pag kontrabida yung role, parang hindi ko siya ma-reconcile sa with the person that I became. Kasi syempre parang I'm now transformed, I'm now a good person because God transformed me, diba? But then to go back to being evil, hindi ko siya ma-reconcile noon. But when I ended up doing a soap before, si Ann Villegas was my acting coach. Christian din siya. So I asked her, Ann, is it wrong to portray an evil character? And she's like, no, of course not. You just have to, parang you're not harboring hate. You're just using experiences and feelings from the past. You don't even have to focus on the person. Ganyan, sabi ko, ganun pala yun. Ayan, sobrang enjoy ko na maging evil sa
Kontrabida.
Yeah.
Kontrabida.
Tsaka yung na-experience mo, yung sobrang galit, yung sobrang iyak, yung to the point where there were times before, because syempre, hindi ko, hindi ko matake yung pinagdadaanan ko, iiyak lang ako sa kotse, pero sisigaw ako. Alam mo yung, because I don't want anyone to hear me, I would scream and cry and magwala ako sa kotse. Tapos, hindi ka pa rin kontento. Alam mo yung ganung kagrabing intensity of anger? Yan, nagagamit ko yan sa mga acting ngayon.
Oh, wow.
Kala mo ba?
Ang ganda ng internalization, ha?
Oh. So when you understand, oh yeah, the name of the show was called Last Woman Standing.
Last Woman
Thank you, thank
Standing,
you.
okay.
Yeah. So ngayon nai-enjoy ko na talaga yung acting.
Ang galing. Imagine mo, chef slash actor. Alam mo, I swear, sana makita
Dito
ka rin
sa
namin sa Hollywood.
Hollywood.
You're already in California, girl. Come
Oo
on.
nga.
Might as well, di ba? But did,
Well, if
I mean-
if the opportunity arises. that'd
but
be
did you
great.
at least try to look for, like a, hey, let me try an audition for this. Did you ever try?
Wala pa. Wala pa.
Wala pa.
Maaga pa.
Maaga.
No, girl, try mo. Makukuha ka.
Up natin kay Princess Ponsalan.
Oo nga pala. Ay, friend naman niya. Uy, may question. Teka, nung time na yun, alam mo, ito ang first thing ko naisip talaga noon, when I saw Jennifer Love Hewitt portray the role of Audrey Hepburn for that movie. And I know that before that, they had an audition to portray the role. You never even thought about it? Or at least someone even asked you to, hey, do you want to audition for the Audrey Hepburn role or no?
Somebody asked me because I was with MTV at that time.
Oh, okay.
So, syempre, I had a full-time job at that time. But yeah, I mean, and now there's this new show, Emily in Paris or something.
Oh my
Emily
God!
in Paris. I love that.
We're dying
Yes.
for that show.
I
My
haven't
God.
seen it
You
yet,
have to
but-
watch it.
Okay, sige. Kasi,
Oh my God, kahawig mo din siya.
Si Lily Collins
Oh my
din.
God.
Ganun,
Lily Collins.
timeless beauty rin.
Timeless
oo.
beauty. Sabi, love you, Martin. Oh my God. Andito si Martin Yavera. Martin, ayan ang crush mo. Andito forever. Lahat na lang ata. Sino bang may hindi crush nga sa'yo?
Talk like Audrey.
Oo. Can you talk like Audrey daw?
ay,
Sabi
hindi
nito.
ko masyadong hindi ko siya
Oh my
masyado.
Oh my, feeling ko kaya pag if you study the like talking like in act, 'di ba about
Ay, hindi ko
like
masyadong
Audrey.
alam kasi.
Pero grabe, French,
asa yun.
marunong ka mag British accent.
I'm so
naging-
bad. That's why I said I don't do impressions very well.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Oh, pero hey, Filipino
O,
talaga.
ito,
all
English
I know is-
version. Ayan.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Oh my God. Did you ever had like a photo shoot, like the little black dress with a
You know, I always, before with photographers, like, they would always ask, can you do an Audrey Hepburn? Sometimes I would be like, oh, kasi syempre I would always get asked that. So parang medyo nasawa na. But, yeah, but I'm honored. I always feel honored when people say that I look like her.
Oo, panggalatok lang. Hindi, alam mo, sa totoo lang. Hindi ka, ito sabi ko nga, di ba, God, there's a reason for everything. And there's a reason why I gave you that beautiful face like Audrey Hepburn. Di ba? Kasi malay mo, di ba? Di ba? Ang chef na mukhang look-alike, Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, you never know. Di ba?
We'll
Wait,
see,
question
we'll see
ako.
next chapter.
Question. So what's your, ay nako, magto 2 hours na pala. Sorry. Hindi ko naman lang napansin.
Bakit ilang oras ba to?
Ay, it doesn't matter. Basta nag-enjoy.
Wala,
Sabi niya,
pag masaya,
sabi
oo.
napapaisip na tuloy ako ng show natin dito. Aba, talaga ba si Jenny? O sige, kasi nagpo-produce din siya sa Hawaii. O, diba? O, wait, sa lahat ng mga niluto mo, what's your favorite menu? Of
What's
all
my
the things
favorite-
the one like you reinvented or you invented, what's your favorite menu? The tipong
gosh.
everybody's like, or pag ikaw parang, oh God,
O yung
I wanna cook it again and again
parang
and again.
ganon.
Recipes. I'm kind of, what else?
Or favorite dish,
I've done, all of them are really good. Ginatang chicken adobo, salmon belly sinigang, chicken adobo with condensed milk.
Pwede yun?
Yeah, giniling na beef, ribeye binagoongan and kale bowl. I did that with Alice Dixon. Beef kare-kare with choknat. I did that with Gladys. Prawn munggo with chicken wings. I did that with JP because he loves chicken wings. I did kalabasa muffins. What else?
Kalabasa muffins?
Truffled tinapa with capers. Sisig tacos.
Gaano na?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
I can
Oh,
hear
okay.
you.
Nag-ano lang ako eh. Pixelated ako. Hindi daw.
I
Hindi daw.
just
Okay.
the last one that I did was for Carnation Masterclass. I did like a homemade ramen with fish tofu and exo sauce. Ayun. I do some other things na hindi Pinoy, pero most of the recipes that I've done, tilmok.
Oh, what's that?
What's tilmok?
Tilmok is actually a Bicolano version of pinangat, which is a savory dish. It's got like crab meat, and then it has a little bit of egg to bind it, and then it has gata, and then it has sile.
Wait.
Wow.
So every time na you let's say you decided to cook this dish, ano yung mga what is the first thing that that will come to your mind? Like, oh, let's say for example the adobo with the milk. So ano yun, you just woke up one day and you be like, hey, let me just like create and try this and that and that.
Well, actually, I have to give credit to somebody for that one kasi a friend of mine was saying that ever since he was a kid, he likes pag ayaw niya yung pagkain, nilalagyan niya ng condensed milk. At that time, I was thinking, I should try ano. Tapos, sabi niya, I even eat condensed milk with adobo. Sabi ko, huh? Tapos pinag-isipan ko, sabi ko, sige nga, I'll try it. And then it turned out really good. It's not sweet at all. It actually just balances, kasi di ba may suka, may soy sauce, di ba? Or I use tamari. It balances the flavors. You have sweet, salty, spicy, acidic, and it
Yes.
just balances everything. You don't think condensed milk, just think something an additional creamy sweet factor that goes to it. Yan. That complements it. There you go.
Lahat na. Teka,
I'm gonna
pixelated ba ako?
try that kasi may condensed milk yata ako sa pantry.
Sige, but don't put too much, but just it's like a light drizzle and then mix
I like
it.
drizzle lang kasi
Wait lang,
gusto ko matamis
i-refresh lang ako. Sige, kayo mag-usap sandali
Oh,
lang.
yeah,
Okay,
okay.
Refresh.
Pixelize kasi si ate. Ayan, solo kong ganda. Naku. Naku naman. Light, darkness. Jessie, balik ka na. Okay, anyway. Oh my God. May question ako para sa iyo eh. Sabi ko, this is my favorite question. Hindi ko natatanong ng matagal na.
Okay.
But I have you and you're very inspirational. What if you were given a chance to time travel and you would be able to see young Donita? What are you going to try? What are you going to say to young Donita?
Wow, I've made a lot of mistakes in my past. It's medyo mahirap kasi to say that I shouldn't have done those. Of course I regret a lot of the bad things that I've done in my life. Really, I'm truly sorry for the things that I've done, and if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have done certain things. But at the same time, no, I would have gone back in time and said, don't do those stupid things that I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't share kasi sobrang
Yeah,
personal
exactly.
yan,
Ju-
but-
Wala, wag na.
Oh, Jessica, I asked her quickly na yung favorite question ko is like, what if you were given a chance to time travel and you would be able to talk to young Donita, what would you say? So, yun yung ano
Yeah,
niya.
oo.
Response.
My work ethic has always been give 101% to whatever it is you're doing, whether you're getting paid, not getting paid. There's always a purpose for everything that you do and you give your all. But I think that, maybe I would have told the younger Donita, don't worry so much. Stop striving so hard. Yeah, that's probably what I would say. Don't
Pixelated
trust
ulit
God
ako.
more.
Yeah.
Oo nga,
Yeah.
sorry. Nagpipixelate
And
ako. I don't know why.
I thank you.
Thank you.
I
so
thank
much.
you.
I thank you.
No, don't forget that,
Teka,
yeah.
Uy, teka, Donita, ito. I-refresh ulit ako para last na. Oo. Pero may last question ako kasi 2 hours na nga eh. Pero wait before my last question, hi mo nga yung sister ko kanina pa kasi idol na idol ka niyan eh.
Sino? Sino?
Novi.
Anong pangalan niya?
My
Novi.
sister,
Hi, Novi.
I know, my God. Mami ko rin. Kasi promise, lahat talaga kami. Pag sabing Donita, talaga, oh my God, kaya that's why they're all like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I was like, ako rin hindi
Oh,
naniniwala.
you guys make my heart is so full right now. I'm so
Sobra.
thank you so much. I mean,
Oh,
honestly, like parang kinikilig ako.
Oy, kami
Imagine
kinikilig,
mo,
no?
Kami yung
Lahat tayo,
kinikilig.
lahat tayo kinikilig dito.
Oh, pero ito, may last question, Coach. If you were not, let's say, you were not famous, you're not Donita Rose, na, the famous Donita Rose, what do you think you will be doing right now?
I would probably be like a marine biologist. Only because when I was younger, or my mom thought I was going to become a doctor kasi yung initials ko DR. Hindi, charot. No, but when I was young, the weird thing about me was that, because my mom bought medical encyclopedias, and she had like National Geographic, all these, like, we had a library full of books. Tapos, I was always drawn to the medical encyclopedias. I would just read them every day. So, akala ng mom ko magiging doctor ako. But then, I've always been drawn to science as well.
Okay.
Actually, in the beginning, my first dream was to do molecular gastronomy. Yun yung talagang unang pangarap ko.
Ano yun?
Yeah. Yeah, like
Molecular
parang
gastronomy.
Yeah, parang kunyari Filipino food pero on the molecular level. Yung molecular like
Parang
yung mga-
chemist ka.
Oo,
Chemist.
parang ganon.
Oh.
So, yun yung like yung si El Bulli, anong bang yung pangalan ng mga chef na mental block ako. Pero yung some of the top chefs in the world, they
I heard about that sa Top Chef show nga, yung molecular, what they're doing something about in the food.
Yeah, yun yung pangarap ko talaga noon. Pero, syempre, I have to be more practical. But then also, Filipino food became parang my mission to help put, not that, I think any highly of myself, but pangarap ko na to put Filipino food on the map, on the world map. To say na, parang it's just as good as other cuisines from around the world.
Yeah, because, di ba, nasasarapan tayo talaga sa Filipino food, di ba? But, talagang it's underrepresented siya ngayon, di ba?
Yes, I feel.
Parang it's kind of coming out and then
Pixelated
suddenly,
ako, sorry.
yung excitement na wala. So, kailangan talaga, chefs like you, since you're here in the States, di ba, na to talagang bring it up front again.
Yes.
I know.
Diba?
Tsaka dapat
Pangarap
pumunta
ko
ka-
yan.
At pumunta ka dito sa US, ha? Ay, sa US, sorry. Dito sa New York naman, no?
Sige,
Mama,
doon ako
oo.
titira.
Yes! Oh my God! Oo naman, girl! Oh my God, you are welcome. Please,
oo.
please. Sa amin muna si D.
Meron talaga, may extra room talaga siya kasi pag nandiyan ako sa house niya, doon ako sa sala natutulog.
Ayaw niya. Hindi siya sa sala, pero doon sa room, the extra, walang natutulog doon. Like,
Oo nga,
wala
kaya
lang. Oo, kaya sige, tara, punta ka dito, dali.
Magpa-jama party. Magsuot tayo ng mga
Magpa-jama party
pajama.
tayo. Yes, oo. My God, sorry, 2 hours na pala. Oy, di ha, magchichikahan tayo mamaya.
Oh, ba, promise. You guys can call me anytime.
Oh my God, ano tayo? At least, I know na you have a lot of friends there. And then dito, do you have a lot of friends in New York? Or
No, kayo lang. I don't really know.
Now you
I have relatives. I have my Uncle Johnny is in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Ay. Oh, now you found a new friend. Oh, di ba?
Yeah,
yes,
Kasi yun nga lang, sobra talaga kaming kalog. As in,
I love it. Ako din,
Mas
super
grabe
kalog
pa
ako.
kami.
Nakikita ko, grabe, ang saya nito. Oh, Miss Angeli ha, nagpipigil pa nga kami, sabi.
Oo.
Miss Angeli ha, nako, ayan na. Baka mamaya sabihin, ba influence? Hindi.
Oh,
We
hindi,
are ano naman kami. Hindi kasi, we're like the same age eh. So tapos na kami dun sa mga, alam mo yung mga parties and all. Ang sa amin is more on like
Tapos na tayo sa
dinners.
kalokohan.
Tapos
Yes.
na. Ang sa amin,
Tapos
ang
na
masaya
tayo.
sa amin is more on like, dinners and backyard party.
Ako inom pa rin pero sa karaoke na lang.
Oh, yung karaoke. Tapos we cooked and we have wine. Yun yung sa amin, that's fun for us. Tapos na kami din sa
Yes.
mga, tapos may mga kids din kami and then while they're, having fun and then kami nagkukwentuhan while having dinner. I mean, yung mga ganon and meet new friends, ganon. Kaya mag-enjoy
Yeah.
ka rito tsaka ipapasyal ka namin ng wagas na wagas. My God!
Bongga! I'd love it. I can't wait.
Oh my God, ako din. Okay, Jeka, sige na. Teka, meron ka bang last na, I know it's 2 hours na, plug and then, of course, yung last
Message to
message mo
everyone.
sa lahat ng mga million mong fans at lahat ng may
Kasi
crush sa'yo.
iikot mo sa mundo
Sobra
eh.
sa
Yes.
buong mundo. I know. Kasi right now, it's 11, it's 12, almost 12 o'clock in the East Coast. For sure, tomorrow, my God, thousands ang magdadagsaan nito.
Wow.
Oo, sobra. Maraming viewers to for sure. Nakikita na namin. Sir
Well, I
Gary,
just want to thank you
go.
guys so much for guesting me on your show. I mean, you could have picked anyone in the whole wide world, but you chose me to guest, and I feel very honored. And I really feel like magaan ang loob ko sa inyo. I feel like if I go there, I'm gonna have the time of my life in New York.
Yes.
So I hope this whole COVID thing will be over soon. Thank you for having me. You saw my social media handles. My my Instagram account got hacked in March. So it from real Donita Rose naging dash of Donita. So but I'm still trying to figure out, do I keep it? I don't know right now what's gonna happen. So there, all I can say is I'm now in the US. I don't really know where I'm going from here. All I know is that I'm enjoying myself. And thank you for welcoming me to America once again.
And we're so happy. Sorry na lang,
Yeah.
sorry na lang Pinas. Sa amin muna siya ngayon.
Sa amin po siya ngayon. My God, it's an honor. I swear, hanggang ngayon, sabi ko nga, dreams can really come true.
Oh, I'm
Imagine.
happy for you guys as well. I hear that you guys only started recently, pero tignan mo naman ang mga guests nyo. So, congratulations. You know what? This is very well deserved. I didn't feel like I was working at all. I had so much fun, and now my head is this big right now because you guys
Sobra.
keep pinupuri nyo ako ng pinupuri. So,
Sobra,
dapat
no? Grabe. Parang I wanna pinch myself.
Ano ba?
Tama, baka
Siyempre
usap-
idol ka namin, di ba? Parang,
Alam mo,
oh my
yung
God.
sister ko nag-message, sabi niya, thank you, naiiyak ako si Donita, seryoso, nag-hi. Sabi ko, di ba, sinabi ko. Hindi kasi talaga sobra. You're like, sa bahay namin, aside from, Tito Boy, Sir Gary V, isa ka talaga.
Martin,
Kahit
oo.
daddy ko, Sir Martin, yun yung sila Regine. Talagang Donita Rose is like, parati yan. Pagka may interviews ka, lahat kami lagi, uy, yan na si Donita, yan na si Donita. Pati mga movies mo and all, talagang pinapanood namin yan. Kahit sa lahat talaga, sabi ko, kaya yung sister ko tsaka mami ko, kanina, huwag ka masyadong maarte. Kasi, anak, I can't believe it. Si Donita talaga, ginawa anak. Kasi Bisaya, kinuha anak si Donita, yun si Donita.
Ay,
Oo, ma, si
Bisaya na.
Donita. Sabi ko, okay, I speak Bisaya. Sabi ko, oo, ma, si Donita. I cannot believe it, I cannot believe it. Ayan na po, si Donita.
Hindi kasi
oh.
di ba, Jessie,
In front of us.
ano lang tayo, vessel lang naman tayo dito, pero katulad
Yes.
ng lahat ng nanonood na nakikinig dito, we're also fans of yours.
Just
thank
about
you.
every
Everyone,
fan.
everyone that we speak to, we're fans of, kaya ganun.
Yes.
Well, congratulations to the both of you. You guys are doing a really excellent job on the show, and I know that there's also more to come for the both of you. I'll be praying for you guys for your success, and I really cannot wait for us to meet because I want to enjoy my life now. I've been striving to work so hard, but
It's
now
time,
it's time to
yes.
enjoy.
Enjoy. God,
Kinakalibutan ako, pinapanood ko
Girl.
MTV VJ. Oh my God, kinasabihan,
I
good job
promise
tayo.
you,
Ano ba
gagala
yan?
ka talaga namin to the max. As in, hindi lang, we're not just gonna take you to the tourist spot. We're taking you to like mga hole in the wall, places that, like people, like not just tourists, like
Nagutom tuloy
lahat.
ako.
Ako din nagutom. Ako din nagutom. Tapos, for sure, ito, Jcas, magkano pusta? Pag nandito sa Donita, siguro tipong, let's say, dapat 30 minutes lang tayo doon, magiging 2 hours. Kasi lahat ng mga Filipinos mo just,
Ay, oo, pag nakita
tatakbo.
siya.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Miss Donita. Nako, thank you. Okay, Jcas, nakakaya na, 2 hours na to. Ano? Sorry. Miss Angeli, pasensya na ha, Miss Irene, at saka Weng.
Pag masaya usapan talaga. Eh.
Oh my
Hope
God.
you had fun, Diha.
Oh, I had so much fun. I'm so happy. Thank you guys. I really had the best time of my life, and I hope that if this is your first time to watch the show, there's more to come for these guys, okay? Because these guys are good.
Oh my God, thank you! Nako, thank you. Diyos
My
ko, Lord,
heart.
have mercy. Okay lang ba, kukunin ka naming guest host pag malalaki yung ano?
Anytime you guys need me,
Oh my
yes.
God, sabi ko naman. Yung tipong malalaking di ba? Si Donita, oh my God, siya na yung pambato natin. Donita, ikaw na bahala.
Anytime. Or if you guys are ever sick, or like, I'm not saying that you'll get sick, but I'm just saying like if you ever need someone to help fill your some shoes, then I'll
Really?
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
of course.
what an honor. Huh?
You guys are so funny.
Parang totoo ba ito? Naririnig ko. Ayan na, i-record natin to ha. Naka-record pala.
Naka-record talaga
Sorry.
yan. Ano ba?
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much. Okay,
Guys, God
Jcas.
bless you
Yes,
all.
God bless you. God bless you. Ayan sabi ni Wena, oh. Yes, Smurfy, I love you. Si Smurfy,
Si
dito si
Weng
Weng Weng. Okay, go. Go, Jcas, close it. Go.
Oh, and speaking of everybody watching and listening, thank you for eavesdropping with us once again. Don't forget to share this video para mapanood niyo ang ating idol si Miss Donita
Oh,
Rose,
God,
diba?
sobra.
Yes, follow us and follow us and subscribe in YouTube. Nawala ako ah.
Kasi nga sabi na, hindi, kinakabahan kami kanina.
Kaya mo yan!
Yes!
Kaya mo yan!
Yes.
Kaya, yan.
Please like and follow us in OAGOT Facebook and in
Yes.
YouTube. And of course, Miss Donita Rose, thank you.
Yes,
Oh
Dash
my
of
God.
Donita. My God.
We love you. We love you so.
Sobra.
We love you before. We love you so much more now.
Oh, and now I can say I love you guys too. You guys are
Thank
amazing.
you. Receiving it. Receiving. Thank you for being
Lord, thank you
candid and
talaga.
open and kalog and everything.
Lahat na. Oh my God, Genesis,
Guys,
thank you.
To new friendships and to new beginnings for all of
yeah.
us, not just for
Yes,
me.
Yeah.
yes.
And then we're
Thank
gonna
you.
continue. And then we're gonna continue that cheers with this, guys. Amidst the pandemic, let's find ways to be happy.
Yes.
Let's talk about it over a glass or two. Cheers. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you for
talaga.
watching.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
you.